All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Carlos, I am feeling fantastic today, actually.
Awesome,
I'm having a good day.
Awesome.
I went to a spinning class, was on a bike this morning, got my sweat on, went into the steam room, had a cold shower. I'm like all energized today.
Love it. Love it, man. That's the way to start the morning.
I know. And you don't realize how often you use like an opposable thumb until you can't use it. And just little things that, just don't work that well. Anyways, I just keep running into things that like I try and do. And then I realize, nope, no strength in the thumb. Can't do that. Just weird. Anyways.
Yeah. Anything in the hands, man. You'd be surprised how much you bang your fingers, you bang your hand. Just doing anything. Whenever you got any type of injury in your hands, you notice how much all day long you're banging stuff around, man. We're pretty strong. The skin, at least, skin tissue is pretty durable.
We got an interesting news day. We got some things going on out there. Electronic Arts. I don't know if anybody trades that. EA is going private. The Saudi Arabia Investment Fund is buying another company, and they're investing in that. That's interesting. I don't know when it's getting taken off the market. It looks like it's still trading this morning. So, but at some point, it's they're going private and taking it off. So that's going to disappear. Won't be able to trade that anymore. And and there's other news. It's wait, hold on. I'm getting a call. Oh yeah. There you go. That's my my AOL account, a dial-up account is calling me. Apparently, this is the last day. Who knew? Who knew that AOL dial-up was still a thing? But apparently, over 160,000 Americans still use it. So today is the last day, though, for dial-up. They've discontinued the service, and you'll never be able to hear those lovely tones again.
Oh man, I don't think we heard it, Peter. We didn't get to hear the short. I didn't. No, we didn't hear it.
You weren't hearing this whole thing? This thing? No.
We can't hear it. You guys hear it?
No.
Your mic is doing a great job of not picking that up.
That's fascinating. So like the filters, the filters on whatever this thing is we're using completely cuts that sound right out.
Can't hear it. Yep.
Huh. It's very loud. It's playing here. Anyways, all right. Well,
seriously? Wow. That's nice.
Well, yeah. I guess.
Crickets, man. Crickets. We can't hear.
All right.
Very strange.
Anyways,
very strange.
All right. I was playing the AOL dial-up sound, but it seems like the filters really just. I'm amazed that you can't hear that. Here, let me try. Yeah. I'm going to talk at the same time. Let's see if I can figure out how to cut it out while I'm talking. Can you hear it right now while I'm talking, sort of in the background? Is it confusing it enough?
Yeah, not what it's doing is distorting your voice.
So it's
Go back and it's gonna freak you out. Go back and look at this recording. It's gonna freak you out. It's completely silent. Yeah.
I've played it like 3 times. If you were here, like it's now stuck in my head. Anyways, all right. Well, AOL is being discontinued. Little you need to know. And here in Canada, it's Truth and Reconciliation Day, which is always an interesting day.
That's nice.
It's where we acknowledge
you guys.
The indigenous peoples of the land, and
I was thinking it was like reconciliation with your neighbor. You're going like, this is all has a whole history behind it. I'm thinking it's like you go to your neighbors and you take them a pie, but it's not that type of reconciliation.
Okay. Well, you could do that too, but no, it's really because we have an unfortunately a very bad history behind us with residential schools, for example, where there was a belief in Canada for a period of time where they thought that indigenous peoples shouldn't be allowed to raise their own kids, so they would actually literally steal the children away, put them in these schools run by by the church.
I know that.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's now, of course, been discovered, the conditions were terrible. There's mass graves of kids that were just didn't make it because they were mistreated. Um, it's anyway, so we've sort of at least acknowledged, we shouldn't have done that. And entire
Yeah.
generations of our indigenous peoples have, been decimated because, they've been taken away from their parents. They weren't raised in their own community. They have no idea of their own culture. Anyways, it's crazy when you look back and realize the things that we've actually done. And anyway, so today's a day to at least acknowledge that that was something we shouldn't have done and we need to do better.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And there you go. Um,
all right.
Rasila says humans. Yeah, leave it to humans to F things up.
People.
We're pretty good at that.
You did quickly put up the economic calendar. We do have actually a number of interesting things happening on the economic calendar here this morning as well. Starting with the home price index, which is coming out at 9. So that's before the market open, of course. Right after the open, we do have the Chicago PMI numbers. We have consumer confidence at 10. The big one is the JOLTS job openings. That usually is the one that moves the market more than anything. And at 11, there is supposed to be a presidential address happening. So there's an announcement from the U.S. President Trump scheduled for 11. Remember, yesterday there was a press conference scheduled for whatever time it was, 1:30, and it didn't happen until like a little after 2:30 or something like that. So who knows if that'll actually happen at 11, but that's the schedule. So do watch it if you're trading, especially. Like that sometimes I'm not. Actually, I don't even know what the announcement's about. There's no detail here about what he's supposed to be announcing, but yeah, you might want to just be aware of it, right? Because if you're in a trade, the market can start to do weird things. And you're like, what the hell? Or it might benefit you, and you're like, yay, let's take a partial. So one or the other. Be aware. 11 o'clock, 10 and 11, I think, are the two big numbers. So
All right, there
that's
you
what we
go,
got on the
friends.
economic.
Quick look at our gappers list, and actually we can start getting right into it here. We have a mixed bag, so a couple of things in the green, a couple of things in the red. Let's dive into what's gapping up this morning. First one on deck, SPRC. People are saying, yeah, you know what? It could be that those are sounds that just don't come across the wave, the internet wave, right? Just very weird. I don't know. We don't want to call the aliens, and have an issue here. So yeah, AI is blocking that. Looks like.
I wondered if you I just called it up off of a YouTube video and played it. You have the
that will
ability to
play
play
because
a
we've done that
YouTube
before.
video.
Yeah, we've done that before. If I play here, the sound will go
I wonder
through.
if you could do
Yeah.
it. Like, would you be able to hear it if you played it?
Oh yeah. Because we've done it before. We done it a while back. We've done it before. Yeah. So if you send it to me, I'll download it. You could to do it. Let's try it. Let's try it.
I'm really curious.
Yeah. Let's go right in here, friends. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. Welcome, guys. Glad to have you. And welcome to Tyson. Tyson to Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friends. So welcome. All right, let's get to it. SPRC. What do we have here? So we are up 36% this morning. Spark. We saw this last week, right? I remember the name.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out what they did. They're up again this morning. Looks like last night they had some action going all the way from $4 to about $7.60. A little bit of a pullback here, and they're back at it again today with some amazing volume, guys. 12 million shares traded. So we got tons of volume here today. It's a low flow, tiny, under a million. Peter, the news action continues on this.
I'm not sure why today. Why such big volume here this morning? It's look at this daily. It's obviously had some weird days behind it. Look at these big wicks and crazy movement. This is still a sub $10 stock. It's hard to borrow, which means you can't short it. I don't know. It feels like a garbage stock that I don't know. It could be a great company, but it's a biotech company out of Israel, and it just feels like it's trading like a high risk, low float type stock. So just buyer beware. I see less than 500,000 shares in the float. So theoretically, if we're at 12.5 million, it's flipped over its float like 25 times this morning already. So, just buyer beware. It's high risk, high reward type trade potentially, but I don't see any news, so don't know what's going on.
Yeah, careful on that one, friends. Let's go to the next one here. It's going to be, and again, this you could bring up this gappers list, friends, by tradingterminal.com. Man, yesterday we had a lot of fun with this Atlas thing. I'm looking forward to playing around with it again today. Yeah, Andrew surprised us with that release yesterday, and I'm looking forward to messing around with it today again. So let's see what it does. But yeah, tradingterminal.com, you can get this gappers list plus other things. I was telling people, I keep telling people, if you like the tools, sign up now, because I'm just going to grandfather you in. A couple of weeks from now, it's not going to be that price you're seeing now, because obviously it's too good of a deal. Here's Wolf, friends. Wolf, it is up 23%, 4.1 million shares traded. So this is rocking this morning. It started going yesterday. We didn't see this on the list yesterday, Peter.
No.
Oh, because it's all after hours, looks like, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the 5-minute here. Is that after hour? Oh no, that's intraday. That's one of the ugliest intraday actions I ever seen in my life, Peter. What is going on?
Well, so this is a really weird one. So this is a company that used to be known as Cree, changed their name to Wolfspeed, filed for bankruptcy protection, and then as part of their restructuring, yesterday they basically canceled all the old shares and reissued new shares. But they reissued new shares an exchange rate ratio of 0.008352 shares for the old share. So it's one of these, like, they're playing games here. I mean, to my mind, but that resulted in this 1,700% increase, where the stock price went from like $1 to $21 yesterday, and now of course we're sitting at 27. This is absolutely another high risk. Like, don't even worry about what the company does. It doesn't matter at this point. This is theoretically a semiconductor company right now. Like, if you want to trade it, you're going to trade momentum, and just understand this is, this is just stock manipulation insanity going on here. So it's
Yeah, this
yeah.
is ugly. This is very, very ugly. So I'll stay away from it today. The pre-market action, that's yesterday's intraday action, which looks just insane. Never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Today you're getting some action, but again, it's just not. Can't trust this thing, right? Your strategies are probably not going to work well on a stock that has that type of catalyst. All right, let's continue here with the next one. Is DPRO. So DPRO is Dragonfly, and they are up here 18.6. We've seen them before. 13 million shares traded. Flow at around 5.4 million. So again, pretty low, hard to borrow. Just a lot of race flags here that I don't like to have on my watch list or my candidates. So Peter, in play today, daily has been somewhat moving nicely all September, trying to get above these lower price tags.
Yeah, and we did see them last week, maybe. I mean, I recognize the name because of that weird spelling of dragonfly. Anyways, as the name might suggest, you might guess, they actually provide drones, the military grade drones, and they just got a contract by the U.S. Army to supply Flex FPV drone systems. I honestly don't know what. First person view, Flex first person view drone systems. So basically, they are they got a big new contract for them. That's good. Good business. It is a Canadian-based company, but apparently they're going to be building them. It says here onshore. Now I don't know. Is Canada considered onshore to the U.S.? I'm not sure. Anyways,
Like an ocean? Don't you have to have like an ocean in between on shore? No, maybe not. Maybe not actually.
Actually, it says under the order, Dragonfly will deliver drones, blah blah, help establish on-site manufacturing within overseas U.S. forces facilities. So they'll actually figure out how to build them like on U.S. bases. I think that's what they mean here. So that's fascinating. So I don't know how they work. It'll be like a factory in a box, and they could just pump out drones. Anyways, however it works, look, it's a good contract for them, which is, anyways, it's a reason why they're jumping up. This could be a good trade, Carlos. It's tough to say. We don't have a lot of trading history on this. We got a couple interesting ones. I do think that, Wolf, as crazy as it is, might be interesting to watch. This DPRO, I mean, it's got 13 million shares traded, so compared to, its normal average vol. I mean, it's already basically exceeded its normal. Well, no, sorry. Its average daily volume, frankly, is only 2.9 million shares. So it's already traded like 4 times what it normally does. So it's in play. What is it going to do? Tough to tell, right? We just don't have enough history. So
Yeah, yeah. I think you mentioned Wolf. Someone put a comment saying that Wolf people couldn't sell their positions yesterday. See, that's scary stuff.
Really?
That's scary stuff. If you're accurate on this, that is not cool. And you know what? It's believable because this price action looks pretty bad. So you're gonna take your word for it.
It was. I mean, I was told it was halted. At least the data said it was halted here. Let's see. I don't see a halt in the data price action yesterday, but
I see a few lines, but it's hard to tell if they're halts. I do see a couple of lines here. Yeah.
But it could just be lack of volume. I'm just looking here yesterday at yesterday's price action. Actually, I do see a halt here just before the close. Yeah, there's a couple of halts. I just had to go back far enough. Wow. Yeah, this would have been. It was halted quite a number of times, actually, now that I look at it. So, yeah, so it's good to, I'm glad you guys are mentioning that, because if you're looking at Wolfspeed just yesterday, so look, it halted, it looks like it only started trading around 10:30, and then it halted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times between 10:30 and noon, where at noon it then halted all the way until, oh my God, 3:45 when it opened for a couple of minutes and then halted into the close. So yes, yeah, look at that. So yes, there's very few times you could have traded it. Now, we can only hope that maybe the price action will level out today and you will be able to trade like you would a normal stock. But yeah, looking at that history, be careful.
Yeah, is it worth it, man? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not worth the risk. But today, though, I agree with you, Peter. Today's pre-market action looks not. You would never think that was yesterday's. I would give it how beautiful this pre-market action looks this morning. But again, it's probably not worth the risk.
And maybe it's a good time. I don't know if you've got a level 2 that you can put on the screen there, Carlos, but it's worth mentioning, guys. You can watch this on your platforms normally. Now, it's hard to see pre-market because it's not usually there, but somewhere down on your level 2 information. Oh, you don't have very many levels there.
No, I don't have the other. Yeah, I could bring them up.
Anyways. Yeah. Usually down, if you scroll down on the list on your level 2 here, meaning on the bid and ask side, you'll see what they call an LU and an LD, level up and level down. So the level down is on the bid side, the LU is on the ask side, the level up. Basically, that's the price that if the stock hits that price, it will halt. And they tell you that because it's dynamically calculated based on shares traded. And you only see it, I think, once the market opens, but you can see that level. So just if you've never looked for that, if you're thinking of trading a high risk stock, you need to be aware of where that number is because you've got advance notice, right? When the stock goes to that price, that's when it's going to halt either on the upside or the downside. So anyways, you can look for that once the market opens. You'll be able to see those levels. Sometimes, of course, it's going to smash into those levels very quickly, right? It's a calculated percentage based on shares traded in the previous 5 minutes. And sometimes you get lots of notice and you can see when it's about to come, so you can sort of jump out or get out of things. Sometimes it just happens very quickly, right? If a stock is going to move like this Wolfspeed, if it's going to move $5 in a matter of seconds, you don't have a hope. It's going to be halted before you can do anything. But many times you do have a chance. So just be aware of it. It's worth understanding it, whether you can use it or not. So
now this wouldn't show here on pre-market, obviously, right? It would have to be market open.
Because I don't think they do the calculations pre-market.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Gotcha.
But it
makes sense.
It's often there for like every stock, even stocks that you don't, like your standard
I've seen
stocks.
it before. The LU, it's like LU. I've seen it before for sure.
Yeah.
Many times. Yep. All right. Careful on that one, friends.
Yeah.
Maybe later after the market open, we'll try to find one. All right, let's continue here, friends. Let's take a look at the next one. TBN, excuse me. TBN this morning. It is up 14.8, 251,000 shares traded. Crazy action this morning so far. You can see here up as high as 52. Is that correct? As high as 53, back down to 26. Wow. What is this? This is wild.
This is an oil and gas company out of Australia. Never seen it before. We've never
Right.
traded. At least I've never looked at it to trade. Um, I just like the headline here says they're going to acquire Falcon Oil and Gas to create a 2.9 million acre Beetaloo Basin leader. And I'm like, all right, what? I've never heard of the Beetaloo Basin. I assume it's an area in Australia. Sounds like it could be Australian. I lived in Australia for a few years and I still never heard of it, but I guess there's a lot of places you wouldn't have heard of. Um, anyways, they're making an acquisition now. Um, it seems like normally a company that's acquiring another company goes down, not up. But in this case, it seems to be very seen as a very lucrative transaction here. Is their price is well, it's gapping higher here this morning. So um, they're going to acquire Falcon via the acquisition of all its subsidiaries in exchange for 6.5 million shares. Also, they're just issuing so they're basically giving them 23.7 million in cash and 6.5 million shares. So so yeah, that's hmm, interesting that the price is going up. I don't know what to make of this. Oil and gas we don't normally trade. Acquisitions, Carlos, we don't normally trade either. So this is both. Probably not a good target for today.
Yeah, I agree. We'll leave this alone. Look at the move just with like 251,000 shares traded. Like that's nothing for the way it's moving. All right, back to our list, friends. So we again, not much coming off the top of this list so far. I want to see Coreweave, which is on here. CRWV is the ticker, and they'll probably do Circle of Internet, and then we'll stop here. We'll see what Peter has on deck for us. But let's do Coreweave and then Circle of Internet, which are two on the list this morning. So Coreweave, which has been mentioned by you guys plenty of times. This morning we're rocking, Peter, up almost 10%, 9.3, and climbing 3.8 million shares traded. Man, we're getting just a really nice move here with some nice volume. So look at the daily here, possible breakout above 35 coming up here. So a little bit of resistance there, even in the pre-market. I like what I'm seeing here on Coreweave. So clearly some news driving them higher today.
Yeah, and this is actually the type of news I do like to trade. So I like CoreWeave today. I think it's maybe the first one, Carlos, to be put on our list. The news is that they've signed a $14 billion deal with Meta to supply computing power. So for their AI services. So we've got AI in there. We've got a big new contract for CoreWeave. This is the type of thing that makes for good news.
Yeah.
Basically, CoreWeave is going to configure and build a bunch of NVIDIA-based GB300 systems and that Meta is going to use to help power their AI backbone. So that's, I mean, great news. 14 billion is nothing for Meta, but it's a big deal for
Oh yeah,
CoreWeave,
huge.
right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's a great contract for them, and yeah, big dollars. So I think this is worth keeping an eye on today. Obviously, I'm surprised actually that they're only up the 9% on much larger volume. Like normally these guys don't get any volume pre-market, so they're about, let's call it 4 million shares. It'll be 4 million
Yep.
in a couple seconds here. And if you look at the daily, they're sitting in a great area for a breakout, right? We've got these prices here over 136, which we're getting close to. Well, I'll let Carlos set some levels on it later, but yeah, we're sitting in a nice place where, yeah, this I think, yeah, it feels like it's well worth watching. So I like it.
Yeah, man, it's just looking really, really nice. Friends, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We have 486 people watching, only 77 likes. I want to try to break the record today, Peter. Man, I was looking through the back end, and I think the
Yeah.
highest likes we ever got was like 680. That's our all-time highs on the live stream. So I would love to get to that today. I know it's a tall ask here, but I think we could do it, man. I think we could do it. So help us get there, guys. I want to break that record today. It's just randomly on a Tuesday. I don't know why, but it just feels right. I think we can make it happen. Let's see if we could get that going. So hit that thumbs up if you haven't had the opportunity to do so. It helps the channel out a ton and really appreciate it. All right, Peter, last one is Circle of Internet. Wow, finally one came out of there. Coreweave looking amazing. So let's look at Circle of Internet. And this is also trying to pop up this morning, up 3.2 so far right now, 558,000 shares traded. And looks okay. Could be better, but What's going on with it today, if anything?
The circle of internet. This is one of our recent IPOs that, remember, it was all hot and heavy. We were watching this about a month ago. But and then we sort of lost. I mean, I just stopped paying attention to it, to be honest. But it has continued to trade fairly well. So, but it's yeah, maybe it's back because there is some news today. Deutsche Börse. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. Anyways, will integrate Circle's stable coins and tech into its market infrastructure. So, this is an opportunity for them to extend their reach into the European Union, and with the Deutsche Börse group. Anyways, again, probably saying that wrong. It's got an umlaut on the O, so I'm not sure how you say that in what I assume is German. Anyways, but they've got a deal. Basically, they've got a deal to incorporate their technology into this company's. I just like saying Deutsche Börse. Whether I'm saying
Yeah.
it right or not, it's still fun for me. So,
Yeah, I'm
but
glad you're enjoying that, man.
yeah, yeah.
Good, good.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for being here with me and playing it. But anyways, it could
Absolutely.
make it back in play. I said the volumes continue to be good. If you look at that daily volume, it's certainly fallen off from where it had been right after the IPO opened.
Yeah.
But it's still getting 10, 11 million shares a day. And even if you just look at what it did yesterday, like it had a good move at the open. I mean, it moved a good $7-8. So, these candles look tiny, but don't be deceived, right? There's still good movement within them. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, might be worth keeping an eye on. Tough to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to add it on here. We have a light list so far. We're almost done with the gap up list. So I'll add it in a secondary because we have seen this trade very well. So if today's the day we're going to get back on track here, I'll like to see what the action is. So Circle of Internet on deck this morning. Such a 90s name, Circle of Internet. I love that. All right, Peter, as far as gapping up this morning, anything you like?
Yeah, well, I see QS on the list. I used to trade QS a lot. So this is QuantumScape, um, which I used to know. Basically, they started out, I suppose, as a producer of auto parts, and they sort of expanded into other tech areas. Well, they're partnering up with another company that you probably know, Corning. And yes, this is like Corning, the company that makes those casserole dishes that your parents probably used to put in the oven, and they can go from oven to stovetop to microwave. I've got a bunch of those, but anyways, but they're also their bigger business, frankly, is making insulation, ceramic based insulator products. If you picture a telephone pole, like a really traditional telephone pole, those like glass or ceramic like circle things that they use that the telephone wires sit on, right, or power wires sit on.
Yeah, yeah.
That's usually Corning. So, anyways, but what they also make though are ceramic separators for electric batteries, which of course with the EV market is big. So this partnership in QuantumScape and Corning has them making advanced ceramic isolators, separators for battery componentry that is going to allow them to function more effectively and hopefully stop them from bursting into flames. Speaking of which, let me digress for a second. Carlos, did you see the news the other day that apparently in the last couple of months there have been almost half a dozen ships out in the ocean that have burst into flames because they were transporting EVs? And I guess what happens when an EV car, if
Mm,
ever like it reaches a critical heat signature for whatever reason, right, a short circuit or something, it catches on fire. And putting these out is extremely difficult. If you've got a ship that's got an entire cargo of electric cars, apparently it's like wildfire, right? Like, because when one
uh,
goes, it creates enough heat
Dominoes.
that the next one goes to the next one. And they have like traditional fire suppression systems don't put it out. It just doesn't work. So
Yeah.
basically, all they can do is let it burn out. And they apparently it's happened several times in shipping these vehicles, and it's problematic. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
there's something that they need, and we've seen this too. Like when these Teslas catch on fire, like they have this special liquid that I need to put on it. Just water doesn't do it, right? A regular extinguishing
Yeah.
doesn't do it. So, but look, I have not seen this. Man. It's a bunch. It's a bunch in here. I don't know
Yeah.
what the dates are,
Well,
but
look, he
yeah,
Yeah, it
looks
didn't take
pretty.
much for you to find a lot of pictures, right? So, anyways,
Yeah.
apparently he said it's happened quite a number of times, and basically once it catches fire, it's essentially a total loss of not only the cargo but the ship itself because they can't put it out. Like they just have to wait and let it burn out. So, in any event. Um,
Jeez,
so
that's not
anyways,
good.
I
Yeah.
digress, but I ran into that news the other day and I'm like that I didn't know this was happening. So in any event, but QuantumScape has some good news that they're working with Corning and this technology may help prevent some of those fires and provide battery isolation. So I think it's good news. QuantumScape said I used to love to trade this. It was actually one of my go-to stocks back 20 I don't know, a number of years ago, 2020,
Yeah.
2022, something around there. I used to trade this. It's been a while though. So looking at the price, I see we made a dash up from like $4 to 14 back in July. We retreated back down to 8. We're back up near 14. So this could have some play in it. We'll see if the news is enough to make it active for us today. But it's on my radar. The other one that I was going to mention, oh, that's gapping down though. I was I was going to mention Tesla, but it seems to have gone red on me here. Um, just Tesla was I mean that was I think the good trade yesterday, Carlos, that we were
Oh yeah.
watching. So
Yeah.
one worth keeping an eye on, just to see what it does. It's always in play. And this morning, yeah, I was looking at some of the earnings. Nothing on the earnings list that's really worth talking to you guys about. I think semis are going to be in play again today. Because just they always are. So I'm always keeping an eye on them. Nvidia, I like Nvidia up over 180. Here it is, sitting towards the high here. Can we can we actually break the high? I don't know. 184.48. I've got my eye locked on that rough area here, or 184.50. I want to see it break over that because that's an area that I think that if it can get there, we could have some run in it. If not, we might just drop back about down to the 175 level. So worth keeping an eye on that today. So that's about it, Carlos. Everything else is pretty ho-hum, middle of the road. Don't forget, guys, like we mentioned earlier, the news today may be a driving factor. We do have the JOLTS job openings at 10. We have the Chicago PMI coming up just before that at, I think it's 9:45. And we have the presidential press conference, again, scheduled for 11:30. Is that right? Yeah, I think it's 11:30. So there's a lot of news here that could end up moving the market. Or 11 o'clock. Sorry, 11 o'clock for that presidential. Oh no, and consumer confidence. I've even forgot about that one. So there you go. So yeah, I think keep an eye on those news items. I think that may start driving this market more than anything today. But we'll have to see.
All right, thank you, Peter. One that we did not cover here is NVO. Just want to look at NVO quickly because it is on our gap down. The rest we looked at, they don't do, they're not that great, right? But NVO is one that we have traded in the past, can be very active. Today they're down 2.4 with 1 million shares traded. You can see on the daily here, they just continue to head lower. Yesterday they actually gapped down and was able to recover quite a bit, but they lost all that again today. So pretty
Yeah.
interesting there. Is this because of all the cannabis weed stuff helping people instead of actual drugs? Like, well, what's the news on this? I don't remember. I'm just
No.
speculating.
This is one where remember yesterday we were talking about this because Morgan Stanley had issued a statement saying that they thought that one of Novo Nordisk's drugs was going to fail, and they said, "Yeah, we think it's going to fail." And again,
Mm.
somebody's really angered. I don't know. Someone at Morgan Stanley is really grumpy because they've now issued a pretty harsh downgrade where they basically put it underweight, which means sell your shares, and they put a price target of $47 on it. So, whether they're right or wrong, I have no idea, but it's rare that you get such a strong downgrade, especially from one of the large firms like Morgan Stanley. So they are punching the crap out of Novo Nordisk this morning,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
it's having an effect. It's definitely pushing the stock price down. So
Yeah, they normally don't trade very well, but I like this action on the days. I'm gonna put them on a secondary here. Highly doubt they're gonna be in play. So I agree with you,
Yeah,
Trader Troy.
it's
But I just want to see what happens since I have such a light list today. And yeah, everything is all the news articles are shutdown, government shutdown, government shutdown. And the analyst comes on
well,
today on Bloomberg, and they ask him, "Hey, what do you think the market's?" The market doesn't care about this. He just
yeah.
straight out, he's like,
The
"The market does not care about this shutdown at all. They'll figure it out. We're doing so
yeah.
good. Consumers is still spending money. You know, even though things are expensive, people are spending money. Rates are coming down. People just don't care. After COVID, man, I think we're not focused so much on all this nitty gritty stuff. What do you think, Peter? What's going on here?"
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't mention it. It is one of the news events that unless they approve a funding bill, which requires bipartisan support, right? Because the Republicans don't have enough votes apparently to they need 60 votes. They only have 53, if I remember from what I was reading earlier. So they need some Democratic support here to get this approved to stop shutting down non-critical government services. But the market traditionally doesn't really care. Like I don't see, I've never seen huge moves. I see that we've got a chart here that Harvey is publishing for us. And yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what this means as I'm talking, but to me, these percentages look relatively modest. Like I don't look, a government shutdown doesn't directly affect most of the stuff we're trading, right?
Now,
It's not.
in this chart here, right? The question to your point: when have we had a shutdown?
Yeah.
Are these actual shutdowns? Because I can remember when we have had a shutdown. Going back is always shutdown deadline, and they always find a way to, work it out, right? So when was the last
Yeah.
shutdown that we had? Do we have that? Is it here?
Uh,
This is it here, 2018.
it wasn't. I thought we had one more current than 2018, but was that really? It was 6 years ago. It could
I'm
be.
telling
I
you,
don't
it's
know.
a lot. It's a lot of noise, Peter. Every time it's a lot of noise. Shut down,
Yeah.
shut down, shut. And then we figure it out. So it just became like crying wolf. Like people just
Well,
don't care no more.
yeah, look, and it's tough because you look at the average data, it basically shows 0%, right? The week prior, it's negative 0.1%. The week during, it's 0%. The week after, it's 0.6%. I mean, that's negligible numbers, right? That's just in
Yeah.
Now, that being said, look at the last one that you were pointing to. If it was December of 2018, if that was the last one, well, the week prior, we lost 7%. 10%
Mm.
increase during the shutdown, and then it continued up another 3.7% the week after. So it looks like maybe the impact has was greater in the last shutdown,
Yeah.
but if that's the one I'm thinking of, there's a lot more going on, right? Like there was it was a bigger shutdown than this one feels like, and there was a lot of buildup to that one in December. I remember because they were talking about it for months, right? It was a whole funding cap. It was like it felt a much bigger event than this one, which I don't know. I only really heard about today. Oh, non-critical services might be shut down. Everybody's like, yeah, whatever. Unless you're
Yeah.
a non-critical government employee, of course, you care deeply. But from a market perspective, I think the
By
market's
the
just going to
dip.
shrug it off.
But the dip, right? Oh, but the dip
Yeah.
if this thing happens.
Uh,
So we'll see. We'll see. Again, we don't want that to happen. But again, we hear so much that I can't believe this is the last time we had it because we always shut down, shut down, shut down. It always figures out. But we're pretty close today. Deadline is tonight. We'll see what we wake up to tomorrow. All right, friends, my list pretty light right now. Only Coreweave and Tesla. Let's take a look at some of the stuff you guys are pointing out here. Who sent us this chart? Thank you. Who did that? That was Harvey. Harvey, good job, man. Thanks for sending that.
yeah.
All right, let's take a look at what you guys like this morning. I saw Hood being mentioned on both sides of the aisle here, YouTube and in our chat. Let's look at Hood. It is down 1.6. What a monster yesterday. I mean, this thing was rocking. I believe it was
Yeah. It really
on
was.
YouTube. Who mentioned that? I forgot who it was, but Robbie, I think, was mentioning it like 20 times. Look at her, look at her. But I was busy with Tesla. But he was like, look at her, Carlos. But I can't look at everything. But yeah, this thing, wow, look how well this thing traded here, and clearly possible in play for a second day, Peter. Giving some back right now, it's just moving lower.
Yeah, and they basically some of the corporate executives and a couple of with analyst support provided some predictions that they think that their market segment and their ability to capitalize on that is going to be significantly increased over the next couple of years. So they're predicting a bullish future, and the market responded to that. So look, I told you guys earlier, I think Coin and Robinhood are two that, for long-term investments are sort of well positioned. Because sort of whether stocks do well or not, whether crypto does well or not, Hood especially because they've got such a multifunctional platform and they've been expanding into other areas, they're in a great place to take advantage of this. And again, largely they are less subject to the price the variations of the price fluctuation, right, on the underlying asset. They're about making money for every transaction. So sure, chop around, go up, go down, move all over the place, right? As long as it creates more trading volume, Robinhood should be a happy company. So I think that I like it long term. From a trading perspective, you got to pick your days. Yesterday, for sure, was just a good trading morning. Maybe I should specify. The afternoon was actually fairly quiet. So who knows what today will bring. But yeah, maybe worth keeping an eye on just in case.
Yeah.
The other one that people were talking about yesterday, Carlos, was Quantum. Just the general Quantum stock. Rigetti, maybe top of that list where it was jumping around. QUBT and Rigetti are sort of two of my go-to, and they had some moves yesterday. Not appreciable, like they're not moves higher if you're long-term investing, but if you were trading them, they definitely gave you some opportunities. So, and they're sitting at interesting spots where if the negative feelings continue, we could get some drops on some of these quantum stocks. So, from a trading point of view, there could be some profit opportunity if you're willing to go short quantum.
I saw Rigetti hit our gap down earlier on the list, so it should be there now too, down 2.6, 3.2 million shares traded. Two Hayes, congratulations. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. And Sean says, I feel like if you get Robinhood account and invest in Hood, you deserve extra returns. I agree. They should match 1 for 1. Like if you hold it, if you hold one share, they should match another share, right? 100%. That's an incentive to get people to stay on. Why not? All right, what else, Peter? You mentioned Nvidia. I do like that one, and it's one that trades very well, so I'm going to watch that. And I'll just look in our chat here. What else do we have, friends? CRCL I do have on deck as a secondary. And Nvidia we did look at. Oklo. Oklo was so bad yesterday. I know it broke out and it did its thing, but prior to that breakout, it was so brutal. And let me show you here. On the 5 minute, look how this is not tradable. Yeah. This is not tradable. Yes, this is great. The beautiful breakout, like almost $5-6 here. But how do you get in this trade, right? There's no pattern, and then it goes back to choppiness again. I mean, it was just not a clean stock at all. So today we're seeing the same thing. A little bit of action this morning. I don't know. I know we had some good trading in the past. But yes, it was not it. And I think the key thing was volume. You need to have amazing volume on it. You didn't have amazing volume prior to that breakout, so very difficult to identify patterns. So I'll add it on the secondary list just to see what happens, but I am not looking forward to anything great on it. PATH, what's this? PATH is PHTH. What's going on with this one? We are up 22% here. What is this company?
We've seen it before. It has been. I recognize the ticker.
Me too.
UiPath software company. Let's see. They had an announcement today about expanded capabilities for its platform for AI, agentic automation and orchestration. What does that mean? Agentic automation. They're a global leader in agentic automation.
They're just coming up with their own names for just AI.
That's
is
great.
That what it is?
I don't know. I'm not sure what that. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right. Is agentic? It's got to be agentic, anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, they say agentic automation, the platform where agents think, robots do, and people lead. What the hell does that mean?
There you go.
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Anyway,
AI in a very fancy way.
I'm just making stuff up now. Anyways, all right. Well,
they said the magic word AI, so they will get their spot here on the secondary list. You say AI, and you say what's the other ones? AI or investing in coins, Peter. if you invest in coins, we're gonna go all in on you. So Wolfpath, we'll put it on here to up 22%, 10 million shares traded. What's the float on this one, Pierre? I don't have it handy. You have that?
On Path, it is 400 million. So it's a big float.
All right, it's a big boy. There you go. And then let's look at one more here, and then we have to cut and go to our announcements here. Here's Etsy. So Etsy, big day yesterday, possible second day play today. Look at that. I think this is because we announced we're going to sell swag, Lambos and garbage truck swag on Etsy, right? Is that what it is? So we gave them a boost here. That's pretty nice. I like that. So clearly something happening at 1 o'clock here, and it took off all the way to 76. And I wasn't around for that. And today, possible second day play. Yeah, it's a tough trading stock, Peter. I'm not sure what the news is, but it's a very difficult stock to trade, partly because of the volume. So I'm going to add in a secondary for now.
Agentic. I mean, sorry, I'm still looking up.
You're still looking up
Agentic. Well, it's like I go to the dictionary and they're like, that word doesn't exist. So I'm like, what does agentic mean? Anyways, apparently it's a class of AI that focuses on autonomous systems that can make decisions and perform tasks without human intervention.
So the Webster, and we'll get back on track very quickly. The Webster dictionary, they actually have a limit of words that they can put in there. They take some off and add some on. I did not know that. I heard this on the radio 2 days ago, and I'm like, what do you mean? Just keep adding words.
They've capped the number of words
they have
in the
a
language.
Cap? Yeah, do we have an English teacher? Right? We have an English literature teacher in the house that can confirm that. I have to Google that. But yeah, they like,
that can't be
Jonathan
right.
says yes. And I heard it on a reputable source. I think it was like either Bloomberg or NPR or one of the CNN things I listened to. But I was like, really? So they take out words that are no longer, I guess, out of style, and then they add new ones that need to be defined.
I mean, I suppose it's a way for them to manage, manage their inventory as to how many words they have to keep track of. But still, I mean, with new technology areas, I mean, we're creating words faster than we're not using them, I would think.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know.
Yeah. Jonathan says, they have a committee, and they're voted in every year. So it's like the S&P 500. We vote in what stocks are going to be in and out. That's pretty fun. All right. I guess that is a thing. Sure. Friends, let's head over to bearbootraders.com where you can see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. So we have enough space that we don't have to cut things out with the new world of technology. So Tuesday, here it is. What we have going on. Peter's going to let you know what's happening tonight.
Yes, indeed. So we have our strategy and trade book activities today, and we're going to start with the stuff during the day, which is at the bottom of the screen there. We've got Phil that does a small account option trade book session. That's at 11 for our elite members in the webinar room, followed by Brendan, who's going to be talking DAS Trader Pro setups. That's for actually all of our members, no matter what your class of membership is, in the onboarding room. So 2 different areas: our member room at 11, onboarding room at noon. And then this evening, we've got our focus strategy webinar, which is happening at 8 p.m. That's going to be led by Paris. He's going to talk about how you can use time and sales into a trading edge. And he is a master of that. If you watch him trade, he can read that price action like no one else. He's not a big long-term trend guy. He is a momentum-based trader that understands how to use time and sales to his advantage. So it's well worth listening to what he's got to say. He's got some great insight. So that's what's happening. We've got 11, 12, and 8 p.m. tonight. As always, if you want to join the Bearable Trading community and take advantage of those webinars, you've got to pick the membership option that's right for you. You need an elite level membership if you want to go to all of the webinars. But if you just want to kick the tires, then join using an intro offer. Go to bearabletraders.com. You can scroll down. You can see the membership options that Carlos now has on the screen there, from the intro right through the elite monthly or annual packages. Pick the one that's right for you. All right, we've got about 11 minutes to the market open, Carlos. Time to set some levels, time to get ourselves going. I've been talking crazy news and all sorts of stuff today. So I'm still thinking it's going to be a great day. I like our list. I think I think we have good opportunity out there. I'm hoping anyways.
I agree, and we're going to be playing with this Atlas thing today. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. CRWV, my friends. Let's start there. Coreweave, wow, in play, man. Going for that 135.96. That 136 we were talking about earlier, Peter. So it's going up there. This thing is really hot. So that's going to be front and center for me. Big news for them and with Meta. So that's going to be exciting. 138.86 is the next level on the daily. Towards the bottom, in case we do drop, I do have an area right at 132.96, and then above that, friends, above our pre-market highs and that 136 level we did mark. We're gonna go over to 144.32. I know this might be hard to see on your end, and 148.73. I think these are some good levels here to mark. And this stock is no stranger to taking off here. Look at it in May, look at it in June. It has some really, really insane days. They come down after that, but looks like today we're definitely back in play, back in action. Our good buddy Tesla, always fun to watch. It was our winner for yesterday, did very well for us. I love the pre-market here, 436.50. We'll slam that there, and then towards the top we're going to look at 444, just below our previous day close at 444.21, so just slightly below that. And we're just on the top of this range, right? We've been stuck in this range back and forth here, so a little ping pong action there. Did break out yesterday, came back into the fold. Let's see if we can break out again and head towards that 450. So again, Tesla doing some pretty cool stuff lately. You can see here a breakout in September has been well. Let's see how it goes towards the end of the month. Is it last day of the month? It is. It's last day of the month. Oh, we definitely got to hit our all-time highs on likes on the last day of the month. That would be epic. So friends, hit that thumbs up. I was telling our members earlier, I went back to the charts, and I was showing that 670 was like our biggest likes ever on the live stream. So we'd love to get to break that record today. I think we could do it. So help us do that, and that'd be awesome. Hood, love the pre-market, 134.35. This was hot yesterday. We were looking for a possible second day play today. So let's see if we can get that done. 130 is a good level here on the daily as well. We're going to go to the left, and all-time highs. There's nothing to the left. This is all-time. Wow, look at this thing, man. This is beautiful. What a beautiful daily. So there's nothing above that previous day close yesterday, friends. That is your all-time highs. And that's all you really have. 135, love the pre-market, 134.35, and then 129.97 towards the bottom there. So wow, Hood is just, that's incredible. And then we have our other buddy, Nvidia, which hasn't been, I mean, Andrew crushed this yesterday, but for me, before that, hasn't been really all that great. So I don't know, 182.85 is the high of the pre-market, the lowest 180.22. And just maybe could be because of this chop that we're in, right? Look at this chop that we're getting there. So let's see if we can do something great today. And then towards the top, you do have a level here, which is the high from 2 days ago, around 184.16. Above that, we do have 184.52. We'll put a level there. And is that your all-time highs? Yeah, so we're just dabbling just below this all-time highs here. Let's see if Nvidia can get up there once again. All right, perfect, friends. That is what we have. Peter, what is our team watching this morning?
All right, our mods are starting to get their list in, and I'm going to go bottom up today, starting with Brian, who's be trading live in the chat room. He's going to be watching Coreweave, DPRO, which is that Canadian company making drones, Nvidia, Tesla, and PLTR. I've got Nvidia, Tesla, and PLTR on my list as well. I'm also going to be watching Coreweave, AMD, QS, and Hood. Eamon's got two that he's going to be keeping an eye on, Rivian and Apple. We didn't even talk about Rivian, but that's an option for him. Phil's going to be watching Nvidia, Tesla, Coreweave, AMD. He also may watch OKLO if it does something interesting. Mike is just keeping an eye on the scanners, and Jared will be watching Coreweave, Path, and OKLO. On a secondary list, he has Nike, interestingly, so that's something he's going to watch. Thor's going to be watching the futures contracts from an equities point of view. He's going to keep an eye on Amazon, Google, and Nvidia. Google had a surprising move yesterday. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not, but big move down yesterday. So we'll see if it also is in play today. Andrew's not in with his list yet. I'm sure he's on the way and getting that list ready. So we'll see what that is once he arrives. But in the meantime, whatever you choose, don't forget Carlos's list is at the bottom. You can pick from our list. You can pick your own. Doesn't matter. Whatever you do, just trade smart, right? Don't jump in anything. Don't be impulsive. Make sure you follow your trade strategies. And let's hope we all have a great morning. So we'll do the switch over here as we get the room ready, and Brian can join, and then Andrew once he gets there, and we'll stay with all our friends on YouTube. Carlos, we'll switch our platforms here over to our live trading rigs configurations. You're on mute. Oh, there. Oh,
We're just making the switch. Hold on.
there you go. See, that's what I like. Oh yeah, it brings back memories.
That's pretty good.
See, that's what
believe?
I was trying to play for you guys earlier. So, anyways, last day. This is the last day for AOL dial-up service. So apparently they're discontinuing it after 35 years, and there you go. So last time you'll ever hear that in the wild.
You gotta go to the link and see the comments on this thing. There's some nostalgia there for sure, man. It's pretty good. He's like, I never ever thought this sound would make me smile. And you can see, look at Brian. He's smiling. He knows that sound very well.
He knows that sound.
It was a monumental change for us when that came on, man. It really was. Changed the way we navigate the world here. All right, friends. Brian, good morning to you, and we'll see you later. All right, let's switch over here, friends. So we have our Nvidia. Let's get our 1 minute. And
yep.
Here, and the way we record the video is funny. My sister-in-law, my sister-in-law has been in the family for forever. Like her and my brother got together pretty young. They're like high school sweethearts. So she used to have this camcorder.
Right.
And she was walking around with the damn camcorder. And you got to see other videos are like, now we record, we want to see everything. We want to see like the outside, the entire view.
Yeah.
All the videos from back then, it's just like the person's face. Like we're zoomed in all into the person's face. I'm like, can you zoom out a little bit to see what's going on around the world? And it was all about the person. It was pretty nice to see.
That's funny.
We're like all into just zoomed in 100%, you know? It's so funny.
Well, that was her style anyways.
Yeah, at least her style, yeah. So
yeah.
She took all the cassettes, sent them into a company, and they put them all in DVD. She had how many hours of things.
I keep saying I have to do that. I have to do that. I've got all these videos for when the kids were young. And I've got to do that because there's one video in particular I really want to get access to because my daughter, I've got her on video somewhere saying, "I'm never gonna move out, Daddy. I'm gonna live with you forever." I'm just dying to play that.
You got to.
I want to play that at her wedding. That's where I want to put that. So,
absolutely.
But anyways. All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on a couple things, guys. I like QS, just a little bit of legacy there. Hood moved yesterday. Spaghetti moved yesterday. I don't know, Carlos. This DPRO might move.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. What? Coreweave, I think, is the one that I like the best. Oops. Coreweave feels like the news is good, Carlos. You know, it's always good when you can quote both Nvidia and Meta in a press release, and you know, obviously talk AI at the same time. So, and I'm still feeling it's under repped here, up only 11% on this news. But we'll see. This would be a Fallen Angel, Fallen Angel type play if we can get a pullback. Right now, if it can hold this price for the next minute and a half and then drop back to around, I don't know, 134, 133.50, that would be a great pullback, and then I could get a good risk reward long on it. But we'll see. That's my premise going in. Don't know if it's going to happen or not, but that's what I'm looking for. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna add Rigetti to my list, man. Have you seen Rigetti's just trying to do something here in the morning? I'll add it. See what we can get out of it, if anything.
There's the 1 minute alarm.
Let's see here. What am I missing?
I'm still amazed that the sound filters managed to filter out that AOL sound. Because like that thing that you just played, Carlos, I played that like 3 times and it managed to filter it out every time. That's weird. Very strange.
That's that you got the Nvidia filter thing.
I don't know. I'm not sure how it's filtering it out.
All right, friends. Here we go. CRWV doing this thing. Got Tesla, Hood, Nvidia, and I said I was gonna add Rigetti. I'm gonna add Rigetti and see what's happening there. If anything, just below the previous
2 seconds. Close. Let's go. Here's the bell.
See what happens. Yeah.
So opening bell. All right.
I am looking at Coreweave. Let's see. Okay, here we go. What are you looking at, Peter? Coreweave as well?
Yeah, watching Coreweave here. Want to see where this bottom might happen. See if it's going to bounce or is it going to pull back. You know what's the dealio?
What's the deal?
I don't know yet.
You thinking long or?
I'm still thinking long. Again, it's pulling back to the area I want. We're still in the first minute, so
yeah.
I haven't seen sign of the turn yet, so.
That's looking. Load the VWAP now. It's looking rather weak.
Yeah, it is.
Rather weak. I want it long though, man. I'm with you. I think I don't want to trade it short. I'm just probably gonna wait. If I do get a 1 minute or 1 minute engulfing on this thing, I am going long. That's the only 1 minute I traced, the 1 minute engulfing pattern. So we get above 136. I know I'm gonna miss a great entry, but the 1 minute engulfing pattern, I love this. Here it is. Let's see if it's okay, Peter, I'm going long here on 1 minute engulfing. Oh my goodness, come on. Okay, higher.
All right, I'm taking a partial. I went long as well.
What a great fill. Okay.
You got a great fill. I didn't. Well,
no, on my partial. My partial, not on the entry, on the partial.
Yeah.
We need to turn on the boosters, man. Come on, get up there.
Feeling very sketchy here.
It is. It's 138. Let's go. Come on, do it. You can do it. Careful on the size, guys. I definitely took too much. I took a lot off 20 and 20. I took a little bit too much. You realize how much this thing can move. So be careful on your size. We want to make our money responsibly here, right? So
there we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Taking another partial for me.
Same here.
So I'm in Coreweave as well, and Carlos, I think we have once again today pretty close to the same entry.
Yeah.
I think I might have just been in a few seconds ahead of you. My average price is 136.07.
Oh yeah, you're ahead of me. Yeah, I'm 136.15. So you're definitely ahead of me.
Okay. Well, we're in the same area together. So
yeah, pretty close.
I'm not sharing my screen. I was gonna say I've got my my trade on the screen, but I have to actually share it. So
let's see here.
Looks like Andrew's trading with us, Carlos. So that's always good news.
That's always good.
I'm in there too, Andrew.
we're all
trading. There we go. Okay.
Oh, friends, look at this. Wow.
There we go. Taking another partial
for the win, man. Really nice. Another partial above 139.
I think it's funny, Carlos. If you flip to my chart, we're partialing like at the exact same spots almost. So
where's your chart? Right here.
You can barely tell the difference. Look at that.
Yeah, I definitely got a few more partials in, but the areas are the same. We're thinking alike here.
Yeah. Well, that's we've been hanging around together too long.
That's what usually happens. Yeah. I see Andrew. Andrew's in this too,
man.
Yep. Here's Andrew's trade. Oh wow, this is going. Here's Andrew has got an limit order out at 140. So I'm gonna wait for that as well. Let's see. So again, this 1 minute ORB engulfing is so powerful. I'm telling you, it's the only trade I trade prior to the 5 minutes is this strategy. It is so powerful. You can see Andrew did it here too. He got in. He did nice by adding on the pullback after strength and then partial. Man, beautiful.
Yeah.
So really love it. You did the same thing, Peter. I mean, I really love this. This 1 minute ORB engulfing is so strong.
Yeah.
140. Andrew's got limit orders. I like seeing limit orders.
Come on. Oh, 140. Oh, it touched 140. Apparently it hit 140.
Andrew got filled, though.
I didn't see that.
Andrew got filled.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he put a limit order up there. That's why. So
yeah. All right, let's see. Oh,
there we
wow.
go. There we go.
Okay.
All
partial
right,
here, 140.26.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is nice. Andrew's got his order filled as well.
Oh man,
we are
Woof, baby.
rocking. It's not always we jump on the same ticker like this. This is pretty good. So that's Andrew's trades there. A couple of partials in.
But it had the right combination. Right, this is what we talk about in the pre-market, Carlos. This is why we're sort of all in on this, because I like the news. I like the price action, right? Like, again, I knew what the setup was that I was looking for. I needed the pullback to VWAP and then the strength. Like, we all sort of were looking for the same signals, and that's good. You want that.
Look at Andrew. Andrew's celebrating. Andrew's arms are up.
Wow, even
he's doing this thing.
Yeah. Even Eamon was trading this one. So look at that.
Really?
Eamon's not. Yeah. All right. Eamon just posted his trade.
It's big news when you have something like partnering with Meta. I mean, that's big time stuff, right? So
yeah.
I'm gonna take a partial. I should be patient, right? I should be patient.
This is awesome.
I gotta take a partial here. 10%.
I want to add. I need an opportunity to add here, but
yeah. I would love to add to this. We got a great cushion now, man. We're pretty good here.
You know, $5 and $5.50 into this. So
yeah, see,
good.
I gotta get used to looking at Atlas. I did not look at Atlas for this.
I didn't either.
It takes some getting used to. So, friends, here's what you could do. TradingTerminal.com. We got this brand new toy. Love this. It's Atlas right over here. It's in beta still. You can click on here and you can start to see some of the action here. Now, I'm not sure how well it's going to work with Coreweave, although today they got great volume. But stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, which we used yesterday for, worked really, really well, right? With a lot of heavy liquidity. Coreweave is still one of these tickers that doesn't have like a lot of liquidity like that. But you still can see some stuff here though. 142. 142.25. So you see some of it.
I just added in. Hopefully, I'm looking for a pop through the 142. I don't know. It's not big enough of a pullback, but I'm sort of counting on this thing being strong and continuing to run higher. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Whoa. Maybe I added too soon.
Maybe off the 9. Off the 9 here, if we can hold the 9, that could be a good add. Let's see.
It's pulling back. It's pulling back hard now.
Pulling back. Here we go. 138.
Wow, that really.
Yeah, that's a
big really pulled back hard.
Yeah. Let's see off this 138. Let's see 138 here. Maybe off of this level here. Got a lot happening here. Maybe off of that, if we can hold that 138, could be a good add. Should I add? Let's see if we get back down. That 138 seems like an area. That's a 20. The 20 is there too. So for those that's joining us, this is Atlas. You can get this at tradingterminal.com. You can see like a heat map of the level 2. So we're just above the 9. I'm sorry, the 20. We lost the 9 on the charts. We're above the 20 here, and my stop is at break even. at this point, but I'm trying to see if there's any room left here, but we'll see.
Tough to tell.
Tough to tell. I do want to add to this though.
I got stopped out, but I just jumped back in with some shares just to see what
I
it's
think
going
that's
to
a
do.
good move. I think that's a smart thing to do here, man. Off that 20, because you're gonna get this. Might get the slingshot move here.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. What did I do? Oh,
I'm gonna
sorry.
add as well.
I accidentally got out of this thing, so now I just got back in again.
Okay. Okay. I'm
All
in
right,
with
let's see
you.
what we can
I'm
do.
adding
We
here.
got to get
I'm
up
in with
over
you.
140.
Yep.
I'm hoping to get up over
See if we could
140,
do
but
a move higher.
yeah,
Struggling. Let's see if we could do higher.
yeah.
I almost never add, but once in a while.
Yeah, we'll
Like
see. I mean,
these,
we don't know this stock well enough to know how it's going to move. It's a little bit of a, you know, a wild
Yep.
card. So
ceiling 142. Yeah, 142 is definitely where you have some resistance here. But again, if I add it here, if I get to 142, that's good. That's definitely a win, right? That's you're gonna enjoy that. So let's see if it's gonna do that. Below the 20, I don't want to see us go below the 20. So if we go below the 20, we will definitely hop out of it, because we don't want to start giving back what we made here, right? So we at least will get out of break even. I did move my average up, so by adding to this position, so we don't want to lose money on it. Friends over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already today, we're trying to beat our all-time likes. Right, all-time likes has been around 670 for this show. So we need the help of everyone today to try to get to 700. I know it's a stretch, but 700, I think we could do it. And maybe if we do, we could probably convince Sam to do some giveaways. But let's do it. Let's definitely get up there. I was looking yesterday. I was just scrolling through the numbers. I'm like, wow, 400, 400, 500. It's like between 4 and 5 is our normal. And then you see this one like all the way down like 4 weeks ago, where it says 670. I'm like, oh, that looks great. See if we could hit that. That'll be exciting. So thank you, and we'll love your help for it. All right, Coreweave. It's not giving me the warm and fuzzy, Peter.
no, I know it's it didn't. You know, you look for normally a little pullback, and then you want it to pop quickly. It's certainly not doing that, but it's not saying that it won't go, but it's just
not
doing
saying
it
no.
slower than. Yeah. So
we just got to be ready to bail on it, because this thing can move very, very quickly if it does decide to flush. So hands in the hotkeys, and we'll see what else is happening here.
There we go.
Okay. Come on. Let's get on the move. Andrew's still in this. Andrew did add as well. So Andrew added here.
Come on. It's struggling to get back up over that 140 level.
I know. I think it's going to do it, though. I think it's... come on, you got the news. This is your time to shine, Coreweave. Make it happen. This is it right here. All right.
I don't like it. I'm getting out.
No, Peter, don't start the trend. Don't start the sell-off.
I added too much, I think, so that
okay, risk management first, of course.
Yeah. I don't like that it wasn't. I mean, it might go. Maybe I should have. I keep telling myself I got to be more patient on these things, but see there. See, look at me.
Okay, here we are.
See, I just can't seem to have that patience.
Yeah, see, but I'm not gonna be patient here with my partial. I should, but I don't add much, so being able to get an ad that works is like very exciting for me. So I want to lock it in. So I'm gonna take a partial here, friends, because I want to lock in this ad. I don't do this often, and I just want to make sure that we get something for it. So really nice here. They didn't take everything off from the ad, but I'd like to see this go higher. Oh man, Peter. Peter, I don't get out, you don't get out, okay? We in together, all right? We go out together, okay? What is a Tom Cruise movie? With me, without me. With me, without me. Come on, man. Oh, oh man. Let's see here. Struggling 141. You guys mentioned Tesla. What is Tesla up to? Tesla, oh, VWAP breakout, guys, on Tesla, and also a 5-minute engulfing as well on Tesla. But you gotta wait for the confirmation on the breakout on Tesla. Right, we're doing the pullback now, so you need the confirmation on this first, right? So here's the breakout. We got a great video on this on YouTube. That's not good though. See, it left without us here, and that's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. So, yeah, we didn't get the pullback. I got the pullback, but then the same candles just shot up. So that's difficult to trade at times.
Yeah, I should have stayed in. I should have just stayed in. Oh well, I mismanaged.
It's okay,
that.
man. It's all right. It's all right. We took a partial here. Nice. And you too, Andrew. Andrew also traded this, guys. CRWV. Yeah, definitely the trade of the morning so far.
Wow.
Pulling back a bit
back
here.
in. No, I tried to get back in, and then I misplayed that because I kept getting back in, but I got some really bad fills, and then I just gave back some money. So I mean, it's still green across the trade, but I just, anyways, didn't. I'm not happy with what I did after the first trade. I should have waited for the bigger pullback rather than adding. That would have put me in a much better position.
Yep.
Oh well.
Andrew has his order at 142.
Live and learn.
That's so funny. It happens, man. Look at Andrew's order here. Andrew, he just got missed. I mean, so what you could tell is when the triangle is like, and that's the pro for those who are new, when the triangle is like this, right, that means that he put this order in at this time, right? At this time, right? So as the platform moves over, this triangle will stay here. It's not going to stay here, right? So this is an active order that he entered at this time, right? So look at it, it went right to it and it did not get filled. Man, so close. So let's see if we can get up there. That's 142 we're looking for. It's holding on to the 9 pretty nice here. This is the 9 moving average. I know it's hard to see, but that's the 9 moving average. This is a 20. We don't want to see it break the 20. So I added it off the bounce of the 20. Let's see if we can get the push going here. All right, well, we look at that. Let's take a look at Hood. I know that's another one. Man, Hood is at it again, Peter. There it is. Andrew has his hands up. Usually when he does that, it's a good sign. Things are going rather well.
You know he's happy. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. You know he's happy. So, brief info watching us from Finland. Awesome, man. I heard Finland is beautiful. Have not been there, but I heard it's beautiful out there. So, thank you for joining us. All right, we'll keep looking here. So yeah, here's Hood. Hood, another great breakout above the previous day close. Tesla. This is still can be a good breakout, right? Because then this will be part of your breakout candles now. Now these become part of your pullback, and now you're getting a nice bounce off the VWAP. If you get the confirmation, you can definitely have an opportunity here. As Coreweave just poked his head above 141. I'm looking for 142. But yeah, Tesla can be very interesting. And then you got a nice target here, which is the previous day close. So I do like this one for a VWAP breakout. And I also love these engulfing patterns, guys. This is nice here. This right here is such a strong reversal pattern. It's what I took on Coreweave, right? The 1 minute ORB off the engulfing pattern. That's what we did. So, all right, we're failing here. I don't know if it's to go all out or take a partial.
Yeah, I tried to go back in actually on that pop and then just got out real quick when I saw that it
Yeah.
wasn't about to continue.
See if it holds a 20. Let's see if it holds a 20. From Norway here. Awesome. We got people, we got traders from all over the world.
JOLTS job openings at 10.
Yeah, once these kids get bigger, man. Once my kids are older, I plan to be staying at. I don't have enough money to stay in in hotels all over the world every other month. So I'll be staying at your house, guys. I'll be putting a map together of where you live, and I'll be staying at your place. I have the guest room ready.
Hang out. Yeah.
We'll talk shop. We'll teach you trading, but I'm staying at your place for a couple of days while I go sightseeing.
Okay.
So
all right,
get the guest room ready, guys.
There you go.
I gotta wait for the kids to be a little bit older. All right, let's see.
That could be a way to do it. Like we have so many traders all over the world. You really could sort of, couch surf.
Go backpacking, couch searching with my trading platform.
Yeah, trading couch surfing journey around the world.
Yeah. All right, here we are. We had our break even is still pretty good. Like this is our ad. Our break even is 138, 138.15. So we got a little room here still. But yeah, it's really failing. Okay, I'm gonna get out of break even. I don't want to give. We had such a great trade on this. I don't want to give everything. Yeah, I'm gonna get out now. Okay, so all out, guys. Really collapsing here. But cannot complain. What a beautiful trade. Yep.
Good.
All right.
This was nice. Wow. Simple trade off the open.
The short action on this thing. So yeah. Good. Come to Croatia. Yeah, absolutely. Portugal, man. The wall that I did a virtual run on Portugal. I think that's the north side. Oh, it's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Like I gotta try. It's got the little virtual thing where the guy runs with you.
Virtual run.
Well, yeah, like he's running. You're running.
Okay.
You're running through the wherever the ocean, and it goes up, you go up, and it's pretty nice.
Different scenery or whatever.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. All right, friends, we're doing so good. 402 likes so far. That's awesome. So we're on our way. We're trying to get 300 more. I know it's a lot to ask, but we're trying to beat our all-time of 670. So if you can help us get there, that would be awesome. And I think we could do it. I think today's the day. Last day of the month.
Yeah.
Let's end it strong with the likes.
That'd be great, everybody.
Do it, so
give us a hand. Hit the likes.
Yes.
See if we can do it. We got over 1,000 people with us here right now.
Yeah,
so
I think we can.
Just hit the button.
It's
That'd be great.
Close.
We'd appreciate it. Yeah.
It's gonna be close.
Okay.
All right, what else we have here, friends? So Coreweave delivers. Awesome. Could be if the party's over, losing the VWAP could be a good short. I don't like overstaying my welcome, but this thing is hot today. This thing is hot, so maybe some sell-off happening below the VWAP here. We'll have to see. Let's take a look at Tesla. Completely failed the breakout. This is why it's so important to wait for that confirmation, right? So we didn't get the great setup here, and then we didn't get the confirmation for the follow through. So again, we don't enjoying that, right? You need those confirmations, are important. So that doesn't work out there. What's a great 5-minute ORB breakdown though? If you look at the 5-minute, this was really nice. There's the 5-minute breakdown. Good selling pressure, rejection off the previous day close, and just a beautiful drop. So that's nice. Hood. Is the whole market selling off? Is the whole market shutting down?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's what it is. Because everything is just starting to go south. All right, guys, let's see how we could join this party. And reporting in 6 minutes. Now, Peter, how does this report affect the market usually?
It does, like, it all depends on whether we come in at target or off the target. So the job openings number is the big one. You got two things though at the same time: the consumer confidence and the JOLTS. So you're not going to know which one is having the impact. But the JOLTS job openings, basically, you want to see companies growing, which means that job openings is a good thing. So if we can get more than the targeted number of job openings, then that would be a sign of an economy that's expanding. That being said, it's the market recently. Sorry, Brian's making strange noises in the chat room, throwing me off. Uh, the I just don't know what to expect in this economy. Like, we've seen a steadily declining number of new jobs. If you sort of look I'm not sure. Here, I can put this on the screen here. Let's see if I can put this on the screen that I'm sharing. The JOLTS. Here we go. Anyways, we'll put this up here. You can see the JOLTS job openings. This is the important chart right here. That we'll just expand that so to fill your screen. And you can see
Yeah.
the number of job openings in the US has been declining in the last couple of years. So, this predates the Trump administration. It's just a general economic conditions, right? Where we hit a peak back in 2021, and then we've had these declining job numbers. So it'll be interesting to see what the job openings come in at. If you look at the data over the last couple of quarters, generally we've been, right around the number. So, like you can see, right, when the number is higher than expected, it's considered green or a positive thing for the market. If it's lower, then it's considered a negative thing. So we'll find out here in a couple of minutes what
Yeah.
happens when the numbers come out.
One of the
So
comments I saw was that there's not a lot of new jobs, but people are not getting fired as much, right? So it kind of helps
that's true. Yeah.
balance things out, right? So we'll see. We'll see what those numbers look like. Market's
Yeah.
reacting a little bit before the numbers come out. A little bit of a drop, and now trying to recover here. So, see, I really think our Coreweave play would have been much better if the market did not start selling off. I don't think this sell-off was
Well,
maybe
yeah,
too early.
true.
Too early. I think we should have saw
I
like
agree
a
with
double
that.
top,
Yeah.
double bottom. But again, the market can put some pressures on things even when they're strong, and I think that's what got us here. So we'll see. We'll see. Tesla dropping as well. At this point, I'm just gonna wait until after the news to even think about joining anything. Well, why put myself so close to the news release at this point, right? So
Yep.
just gonna wait
I agree with that.
and see what we can get out of that. Art, you agree? Yeah, I think it's the way to go. Tyson, new Lambos and Garbage Truck member, welcome. Selling before the news, yes. Carlos, you're watching something else, but Tesla has a 1 minute in encompassing. What's encompassing? Is that like engulfing? Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah. Yes, it does. It does actually. I can see it here. Yep, right here. Nice engulfing off the VWAP there. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. And again, remember, you don't have to take the 1 minute breakout right here. You could have taken it here or even here. These are all areas, right? You got a lot of stuff happening here. I'll be honest, I probably would have not traded it that way. I probably would have traded it as a VWAP breakdown, right? What made Coreweave so interesting is look at how big the drop was, and then it came back with so much force, right? And we called it even before we got in. We're like, if it comes back up here with that type of force, we're gonna go long for the 1 minute engulfing, and man, played out nice. And careful, guys. 1 minute engulfing patterns are 1 minute breakouts are pretty difficult. But when you tie it with the engulfing, it becomes really nice. Look at it. What is Nvidia doing? This 5 minute chart looks so funny to me. What is this? It's like the drop. What are we doing? Like, this is just ugly, man. Nvidia's got to start trading better. Curious, what scanners and
Oh,
platforms do you use to scan for stocks? The one and only, my friend, tradingterminal.com. So that's where we go to every morning. We pull up Trading Terminal. We start looking at what's in play. Where's my
all right, get ready, everybody. We got
news is
about
coming?
12 seconds here. Yeah, till the data comes out. So don't forget, we're a couple seconds delayed here on YouTube. So
Yep.
don't rely on us saying anything to you. Here we go. 10 o'clock. What is the market doing? I don't see much reaction yet from the market. JOLTS job openings came up a little bit bullish, higher than expected. 7.22 million versus 7.19 forecast. So that's considered a good news, number. I don't see the consumer confidence number out yet. So that's, lightly good news. I see the Qs and the SPY going up in the short term, but it might not be sustained because it's not significantly off, right? The number's pretty close. So pretty close. Okay, and the consumer confidence was slightly lower actually. 96. This is a relative scale, but 96 was the target. 94.2 was the delivered number. So a little bit conflicting information there on the two economic indicators. The JOLTS is definitely the stronger number, like we mentioned. So I think we're gonna get a market that's probably not going to do much. So
Yeah.
Nvidia went a little higher, but
Tesla coming out to the VWAP here. But at least it's not bad. So we stopped this whatever sell off was happening and get back
yeah.
to trading. So Rigetti back towards the highs here. Circle of Internet was not all that great. NVO actually recover today. Look at it here. So not a whole lot of volume, so very difficult to get into anything. But ever since 9:43, this thing's been rocking. So pretty nice there. Oklo, I didn't see the price action, but continues to sell off. And then Etsy, it's just the lack of volume, guys, on Etsy, right? It's pretty hard. Yeah, Walden, CRWV is giving you everything. And when you look at this 1 minute, I mean, you can see how clean it gives you long opportunities, short opportunity, double. Like some people might be taking this as short as well. Bouncing off the VWAP now. So it's giving you a whole lot of ways to play this thing, right? So bounce off the VWAP here. If my entry would have been better, would have tried. But again, once you add, you really mess up your average a little. Not mess up, but it changes your average there. So but here it is, going back up. Going back up. Yeah, we use Case. We use Interactive Brokers as our broker. Peter has the Canadian branch, and then I use it here in the US. And then but we both use Dash Trader Pro as our platform for trading. Right, so our Dash Trader Pro is connected to Interactive Brokers.
Market pushing higher here right now. Yeah, Nvidia's pushing higher. Well, I told you this area. This area, I had this level set at 184.50. I said if it can push through that, that's a good area. And sure enough, it's pushing higher. Let's see if it can. Bunch of orders sitting at 185.
I was making fun of it, but it's not making fun of me.
Oh,
This thing is, look at that.
It's all-time highs here. So.
Good, trying to bound Tesla. All right, let's see. Tesla VWAP breakout here. Do we get our move to try to join this this bull run that we're getting here? Man, Nvidia is just gone. Turned on the jet and says, see ya.
Yeah. Bunch of orders queuing up, like I said, 185.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple 100,000 shares sitting there. So let's trade the whoa, big happened there.
Where is All right, Tesla's rejecting, so not liking that at all.
Yeah.
So this is Nvidia. Let's see what Nvidia looks like. 185. You got a lot happening up there. Look at that 185.
Yeah.
How do I? Oh, there it is. 500. All right, so this is our Atlas here, friends. Let's take a look. Ooh, look at that rejection. I didn't notice this earlier, so you could hover over and see the shares in contracts, contract spot. Oh, this is pretty cool. Did not notice that
Yeah,
yesterday.
it never made it to 185, which is interesting on
Yeah,
Nvidia. It
yep.
didn't take those shares. Big pullback. Now, that being said, it might just be winding up for another push. Let's wait and see. But
Mhm. A
market,
lot of buying. A lot of buying there. Oh boy. It wants it. It wants it. Let's see. 184 again. Let's see if it can buy it up here. I haven't figured out the best settings I like on this thing yet, but I will. I like that. This is 5. Okay. All right. So this is your 183.60. Uh, if Peter can explain his ads on Coreweave, yeah, we can explain it.
yeah, probably not
And
a
what
good
went wrong?
explanation because I'm not that happy with how I managed that. I don't think my ads. I
He was
was
like, I'm
trying
not
to.
happy with this. Yeah.
No, I really wanted to be aggressive on that, see if I could add for another push higher, but I was too aggressive because I added too early, and that put me in a bad position for it. And then because I added right up near the top, and you can see I actually tried. I was just trying, right? I'm like, How can I do this differently than what I normally do?" And you can see, look, I mean, I've got look at this, all sorts of ins and outs, right? Because I I added in way up here, and then I got stopped out. I tried to go in again. You can see I actually went in and got stopped out. And then I said, oh no, let me try again. And I jumped in with a small size, added twice more, and I was looking, it actually popped higher and then came back and stopped me out again. And this is a really bad one. This is one where I just said, oh, look, it's running higher. Let me get in for the break of high of day. And then it stopped me out. And then this one, again, once again, I tried, popped up, came back, and I'm like, you know what am I doing? This is crazy. So really, a very poorly managed trade. The initial trade entry was great. And then I should have just let it be, right? But instead, I was trying to be very aggressive. And now I learned, if you want to do it, just calm down, wait. Because if I'd waited, I really should have added first time in this consolidation area, right? Down here. And then that would have put me in a better position with a break even down lower. And then I could have just taken some partials up here. And yeah, I would have eventually gotten stopped out, but it would have saved all this churn in here. So, you know what? That's okay. I'm still trying to learn how to trade the open. It's not my typical trade. And now I'm regretting missing Microsoft. I was just watching Microsoft, and right here as I was looking for a short at 513.50, and with a stop over high of day. Because look, you had the volume on the way up. It was riding with the market higher. So I should have taken that, but I got gun shy because of my bad decisions in Coreweave. It's funny, Carlos, you have to learn yourself and what your trading looks like, right? And now that I've been doing this for a few years, I realize I need to calm myself. And when I actually stare at a trade too long, I make worse decisions. And I was staring at Coreweave for too long. So my best trading decisions are usually when I look at a stock, I do a quick assessment, look at something else, look back and say, yeah, it looks good. Just go, just jump right in. Those are usually my best trades, which sounds odd, right? Normally you think you got to spend some time, do your assessment. I think just because I've been doing it for so long, I've earned the intuitive trade, if you will, right? I actually do the analysis, but if I overanalyze, then I can convince myself of anything. and that's dangerous for me. So, but in any event, do what you can do, right? But that's okay. This is a good type of
Okay,
day.
I'm
This
getting
is
some
an
static.
excellent day setup for me for the mid-morning trades, and I'm hoping that we're going to get some opportunity. Now, things like Nvidia may not play for me because it really pulled back hard off of that attempt to the new high of day. It didn't get to the 185. We're now a buck 50 below that, so I might not actually get um, any key trades today. But if I can, what the heck? Then I'll take it. What is happening here?
What happened?
I gotta set up. It's my daughter's boyfriend's birthday today. So if you're listening out there, Yan, happy birthday, buddy.
There we go. Do we like Ian? Do we like Ian?
Yan? His name is actually Yan. Yann is
Oh,
he's
Yan. Do we like him
Yan.
or
Yan. Yeah, yeah, we like Yan a lot.
okay?
He's an awesome guy. Yeah.
No static, so it's just me, huh?
It's a decent question. Do we like
I
him? Yeah, we do.
just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Or we
yeah.
do the
No, it's,
or we do the bad boy scene. Where we show up. I'll go to your
yeah,
house, and when he shows
yeah,
up, we'll
that's
do the
right.
bad boy scene. Yeah,
Put some fear into him.
yeah.
No, Yan's a great guy. We like him. He's
All right, so yeah, so we're talking about Rigetti. I don't know. Rigetti is not showing me a whole lot. It's just pretty chopper now. Even Atlas, I'm not getting a whole lot on it either. All right, here it is. Nvidia's did bounce back. Very nice. Kyle says you're at least 30. Yeah, if depending on what movies you start quoting, you kind of guess how old someone is, right? 100%. Right, trying to look for something here. I'm looking for a VWAP breakout, guys, but I'm not seeing anything with that good setup, and you guys are not throwing out any tickers with the VWAP breakout. So that means that there's no setups out there. At the moment, so just patiently waiting, seeing what comes up here. And my kids don't quote movies; they quote TikTok. Yes. Oh, Beth, people know that one. I have the need for speed. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure people know that one.
Oh yeah, that's a classic quote.
Yeah,
It's funny, Carlos. I ran into this thing just this morning that I was reading, where they were talking about like teachers that say, oh, they quoted things for their students and they had no idea. They said, I can't remember what some of the things where they say that you just realize how we have I don't know what we would consider to be a good reference, right? That is just means nothing to anybody born after 2000. I'm trying to remember some of the good examples where they're like, the teacher said something about, you know what, I should just make a tape recording of it and play it on a loop for you. And they're like, what's a tape? Or, teacher in a classroom said, well, we're going to watch a movie today. And they pulled out a DVD of something. And the kids are like, what's that? She's like, a DVD? And they're like, it's a disc. What is that? What do you do with that? She's like, well, you play movies off of it. And of course, they had no clue. They're like, why don't you use YouTube or Netflix? Or,
Yeah.
Anyways.
Stream
And I'm
it.
like, wow. Like, yeah, I mean, in their lifetime, I guess they might never have run into it if the kids are young
Yeah,
enough. So,
you're getting close with some of these kids that never had a CD. So yeah, absolutely. Um, so yeah, so the VWAP breakout for Tesla, I don't like as much here, guys. Right? Again, if you look at the VWAP breakouts that I like, it's coming up to the VWAP and then getting the continuation, right? The momentum here. We are basically consolidating right below the VWAP. You can get a breakout, but this is typically not what I look for. So I look for something like this coming up to the VWAP, the breakthrough, the retest, and then the breakout confirmation. Here it's a little bit better coming up to the VWAP. We don't get the breakout, so 2 times it has failed. Clearly, Tesla is struggling. Tesla does not want to go above the VWAP here, right? Ever since this morning, engulfing here, great short, great 5-minute RB breakdown, and it's struggling to stay above the VWAP. Now, things are going to start turning around 10:30. Can you get a breakout here? Yes, but this is typically not on my strategy, right? As far as this goes for the VWAP breakout. It could work, but it's not the ideal setup. Yeah, look at Coreweave back in play, my friends. I think Coreweave wanted to keep going if it was not for the overall market dropping, right? So it brought it all the way down to the VWAP. Unfortunately, stopped a few of us out. But we had a great day. We had a great day. We can't complain. We even added, we made our ad work here. So again, just awesome. And then we got out for the rest at break even with our new average here. So that's pretty good. But look at it going back to the high of the day. That is awesome. Peter, you're back in. You're quiet. You back in this secretly?
No, no, I'm not in anything. I'm just lamenting not having got in
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft. I should have.
Okay, just making
There's
sure.
no reason for me not to have done it.
Making sure you don't
But
go without me going and go together.
well, that's a miss on my part. Oh well.
All right.
Had a great
Yeah.
risk to reward on it too.
Nice. Absolutely, oh Sam. I mean, it's that's the hard part of trading. Not sitting here and not taking trades, just watching things. Right? If your setup is not there, you don't get your confirmation. You're not taking a trade. For new traders, I was a new trader for as well, just like a lot of our new traders. That is one of the hardest things to do. I can't tell you how hard it was for me to sit there knowing that this is not my strategy, or it's not a category 1, category 2, or category A, right? And still hit the button because you want to trade. It's a struggle. The struggle is real. Been there. The struggle is real. So once you learn that, hey, you know what? Tomorrow's going to bring more opportunities. The next day, the following, the next week, next month, next year is going to bring more opportunities. The market's not going anywhere. And you slow down and you just take quality trades. Some of you could improve your trading just by doing that. Just by doing it. You don't have to do anything else. You're a good trader. You know how to identify the patterns. You know how to work your technology. You know how the market works. You know everything. You just gotta slow down. You know. Yeah, Andrew, we traded exactly alike, man. But I didn't copy you. I wasn't looking. And I think I wasn't looking at Andrew. But it's nice when you get in and then you see somebody else like Andrew getting in on the same trade. Oh yeah, it's like that's the ultimate confirmation. That's the ultimate. I know for sure. I didn't copy you. Peter copied me though. Peter did copy you because he got a better entry than I did.
No, I got in
the only way you did
all
that.
y'all.
Exactly. No, you
first.
copied Andrew. I know you did because you got in. Your entry's better than mine. I don't know how you did that. You definitely copied Andrew. Yeah, take your own trades, man. But yeah, that's key, guys. Quality over quantity is important. So this is why you'll see Peter and me and Peter just kind of sitting here watching. We'll get something, but we're not gonna be just firing at everything that's moving here.
No.
And it was just move. NVO was quietly but surely going higher there. Paper traders, $19 finally. What? You need $19? I'm not sure.
Great use of y'all. Thanks, Robowski. Would you consider a drop on Secret Mountain Pass versus the high day early? No, not at this point. I don't think CRWV would be a good candidate for a Mountain Pass because I don't know that it's got the right I don't know what to say, the right mix of traders in it right now. So I'm not sure they would ever give like a real mountain pass type strategy. But we'll have to see. Right now, because the pullback went through VWAP, it definitely is not a candidate for a mountain pass. It would
Yeah,
have to hit a new high of day, pull back, and then retest that new high of day. And we don't have that here. So,
yeah. Um,
so
yeah. If anything, if it comes back up towards the high of the day, it's probably gonna break out. I don't see that double
it
top
might, yeah.
happening, so we'll have to see. Uh, anybody's looking at Nvidia short? You guys excited? Nvidia short? I don't
I
know.
don't, yeah,
I don't know about
Nvidia,
this
I
one.
don't know what it's doing
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
All
It's
time high
tempting.
plays are difficult. They're all time highs. Yeah, they're very
Yeah.
close, right? Did they break through?
Yeah. They
Oh, they
did. Yeah.
did. Okay. See, all time high
Yep.
plays are not easy going short. Be very, very careful, man. The stocks love to push the limit. It's like they want to show off here. So just be careful. In a stock like Nvidia, it's a tough one. You got to wait for a
Yeah.
real good pattern. It's got to make
Now,
sense, you know. So just be
now on,
careful, man.
on On 3 different days, Nvidia hit a price of, we'll just round it roughly, of 184.50. So it's been
Yeah.
up to the 184.50 level 3 different times. We moved within a couple of cents, right? It was like 47, 48. Anyways, so you got to be really careful right here because, like Carlos said, right, this could very well, want to have a push higher, and you don't want to get stuck assuming that it's going to go short. So we clearly did make it through 184.50 and could not make it through the 185 level, but I'm thinking that there might be some money. We haven't dropped very far, right? We pretty aggressive pullback about $1.50 off of that level, but now it's holding right below that sort of previous all-time high. So I
Yeah.
think we got at least one more push here. I
Yeah.
I I I'd be willing to bet it's going to go through 185.
I
I
think
just
so
don't know
too, man.
when. Like,
Yeah.
will it pull back once or twice before that? Will it go right now? I just don't know, which is why I can't take a good trade on it because I can't get a good risk to reward. But I would wait. If it goes through 185 and then shows weakness, then I'd be interested in looking at a short. But I've got to wait and see what happens. Right now, from my point of view, I don't know.
Yeah. Here's your 185 area. You see the boatload of orders
Oh, see,
stacked
and
up there.
Andrew's gone long. He just went
I
long on
can't be mad at
Nvidia.
that. That's
Used
yeah, I wouldn't go
NVDL,
short.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I think
so here he
look at the
goes.
orders. Look at the massive orders coming in, friends. Yeah, he
Yeah,
wants to
see?
go. Look
And
at
it's
that. He
working
wants to
for
go
him.
hang out with these people up here. Let's see. Wants to go hang out with the 180.
It's funny, Andrew didn't even realize that it popped because he's busy checking his phone. He got
Mm,
himself all distracted. I love it.
mm,
He
mm.
looks back, he's like, "What the? It's higher." I love it.
Very nice.
Pretty awesome. That's
Let's see.
that's pretty
Let's see what it
awesome.
does here.
Yeah. Again, it's just it definitely looks like it could pop over 185. It just needs to have the right number of buyers in it to help with
Yeah.
that move. So
Yeah.
so
And keep
just
in mind
just
too, the very very important, especially as we're looking at Atlas here. This is not the be all end all, right? Because again, someone's oh well,
right.
you cannot use this tool on its own. You can't use level 2 on its own. You can't use volume on its own, right? You
I mean,
gotta use your
right.
strategy. These are all
Well,
different indicators that are gonna help you make a better decision, right?
yeah. And look at to me, even the Atlas helps me determine that there's uncertainty because look at the only level that Atlas is showing us is 185. And there's a ton
Right.
of orders at 185, right? Like my order book, the heat map looks exactly the same as yours, Carlos. I see
Mm-hmm.
850,000 shares, let's call it. I'm rounding up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sitting up there, but there's nothing. There's no interim levels, right? Normally you'd want to see orders maybe
There's
every
nothing
10 or
here.
20 cents on the way up,
Yeah.
but there's nothing on the way up and there's nothing on the way down either. Like there's no orders anywhere near this. It's a little
Yeah.
strange. So so that
Yeah,
just
'cause there's
says
nothing to eat through here to get to this point, right? At least not right
exactly
now. So it's
right.
yeah, well, we'll see. You're starting to see a little more action though. Notice how it's starting to fill in. You're starting to see a
Yeah.
little more
A little
interest,
bit. A little
a
bit.
little bit, very light, but you're starting to see a little more coming in here. Um,
Now, Now,
see.
one of the things that I noticed, Carlos, that I noticed is very valuable on the trading terminal Atlas. If you go and increase the sensitivity, it'll
Mm-hmm.
start to highlight. It'll highlight some of the smaller orders a little bit more. See how that's like they start to. It looks like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
appearing.
yeah,
It's not. It's just bringing in. I put my sensitivity up to about
yeah. I like that.
3.5, and that's where I think I feel like I can see things a little bit better. At least that's what I
Yeah.
like to look at. So
Right, right. Yeah, and depending on how your monitor's set up too, could be a little bit different as far as the number.
yeah,
Yeah, you know
maybe.
what? 3.6, even 4 for me looks 3.8 looks really good. Right, so
Yeah,
I like that there. You don't want it too much though. You don't want to
because
be highlighting
the
really
coloring.
small orders. Yeah.
Yeah, but the coloring gives you the indication, right? Like still, you can see that there's
Yeah.
no big orders because you're not getting into the yellow, orange, or red. The
Yeah.
only, you go right from these blue orders, which are all pretty small, right up to this massive red. Like how big that bar is. You can see that red bar up at the 185.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah,
Um,
this is insane.
yeah.
You're starting to get more activity though. Like if you watch this closely,
Yep.
numbers are starting to increase
Yep.
a little bit more. I don't know what that means. We're
Yep.
just watching and learning. But let's see.
Yep. Well, I
Starting
mean,
to increase.
even just look at the chart, right? We're getting a little bit of higher lows.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this thing could still spike down. It's very tentative here, but I think we're going to see a big break. It's either going to drop heavy or pop right up through 185 pretty quickly. So,
Just great to see this wall over here, man. If we could punch through that, that would be so awesome.
oh yeah,
That would be
oh
so
yeah,
awesome to
this
see.
thing.
We definitely want to see that.
You'd definitely
But
be part of history.
yeah, but I don't have a strategy here, so I'm
Literally.
not just gonna take a trade just
No.
because this is happening. You gotta have a strategy, guys, and then put all the tools together. Everything lines up. Take the trade. And usually, what I tell the
Why
traders, oh
did I not?
look at this. See that order? That's not good. Um, you know, Sometimes you might have 10 indicators for your strategy. Sometimes you can get 8 out of the 10 look great. You can still take that trade. Maybe it's a category 2, not a class A trade, but you can still take that trade, right? So not always everything's going to line up. But if you have most of your categories, criteria lining up, you could still have an opportunity. So let's see, big drop on orders there. Tons of orders being transacted towards the downside, but that 850 still up there, sitting pretty, waiting to be tapped into. That's not, come on, let's go. I would love to. Can we make this like a? Can we do like a Pac-Man emoji here? Like I wanted to see the orders being eaten up like that. That'd be nice. Can I customize it? My version, do a Pac-Man. That'd be
I
nice.
don't know. Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right. Still watching here myself.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on everything else that we're looking at. A lot
Look
has
at
gone.
Tesla, by the way. As we look into different
Yeah.
things, Tesla is really struggling above the VWAP. So now that we dropped here, it can become a little more interesting coming up to the VWAP. But again, I gotta be careful because a few times it has not been able to get above that. But this is a better setup for the VWAP breakout strategy. Much better compared to just consolidating right below it. I don't like that. Like this, get the momentum. That could be nice. So we'll look out for that. See if that happens there. Hood dropping a little bit here. Nvidia, again, just trying to hold on near that 184.52 level. Rigetti sideways, circle of internet, not much. Just kind of going through my list here, friends. Oklo continues to drop, man. Opened up at 116, was as high as 123 in the pre-market. We're down to 111. So is the fun over, Peter? The fun is over, at least for now. Look at this. This stock is wild.
Yeah, maybe.
This stock is wild. Oh yeah, POTR. We have not looked at POTR today. PLTR. I had actually a VWAP break. Oh, I see. You're getting close. We're getting close. Let's see. Nvidia now. I'm looking at Nvidia. Back on Nvidia. But for pure TR, quickly here, it's VWAP breakout here. But again, it consolidating below the VWAP like this, for me, I would have probably not taken this breakout, right? Just looking at the way this is doing it here. Here we would have been watching. We would have got the pullback, but then no confirmation, right? No confirmation to go back into. So this would have failed, right? Important to get that confirmation. And then here you do get the confirmation, but again, I just don't think I would have joined, given the way it was trading here. Sensitivity at 3 on Tesla is insane. Let's take a look at Tesla. Yeah, see, it's a lot more.
Tesla's just ugly.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
I don't like it.
Messy here. Not a whole lot defined compared to Nvidia. Nvidia is very defined, right? It's very clear.
Are you showing? What are you showing? I see PLTR.
Oh, sorry. I'm going over here. Like if you look at Tesla.
Oh, here we go, Carlos. Nvidia just popped
happening
through 185.
Let's go.
We just got big pop through.
Oh, that's beautiful. Andrew's still in? Oh man, congrats to our Nvidia holders. Congrats to you Nvidia folks. Look at that.
Look at that. There's the big pop. Just got the big level. Awesome.
Friends, this is amazing. We should definitely try to go for 700 likes today. I mean, that would be our all-time highs. Nvidia's all-time highs. I mean, Coreweave did well. I mean, I think it's a great day. Let's end the month trying to get that 200 more likes. I know it's a tough ask, but I think we could do it. Last day of AOL sign-up thing, right? I mean, a lot happening today.
Wow, look at this. Look at the move.
All-time highs. Man, man. Nvidia, who would have thought? The company almost went bankrupt. And Sega Genesis bailed them out. Sega, out of all things. Sonic the Hedgehog. Now this basically own half the world here. Incredible. Still more orders up here coming in. Not as much as we saw at 185. That was massive. This is about 200,000 at 186. And good call on Andrew getting into this thing, man. Good call. Not an easy trade. Not an easy trade. What else? Hood, Tesla, it's messy. Coreweave. Any of the other Max 7s doing something? Apple's not doing anything. Tesla's not doing anything. It's all Nvidia's party today. Oh, new user too. Yeah, Nvidia. You know, it'll eventually come down. They usually do. But timing that top on Nvidia, trying to short it, it's rough, man. It's rough on this all-time high situations. We see this all the time. Stocks, when they get close to that all-time highs, they want to push. They want to show off a little bit. Tomorrow you go wake up and be at 175, but today they got their tapping shoes on. They're dancing all over this chart here. So yeah, you can see that. Looking very, very nice. Beautiful. Another Tesla rejection. Yeah, Tesla does not want to go above the VWAP. It's like it doesn't want to sell off, but it's not going above the VWAP. Every time it comes to it, rejection. It's been all day. Even here, false VWAP breakout. It's been all day just struggling. So this is a stock that today, it's it doesn't want to go higher and doesn't really want to sell off. Like look at the level here at 448. So you got this range, right? It's getting slightly tighter and tighter. So maybe later after 11:30, maybe you can get a breakout up or down. Maybe there could be a play there. I don't have that as a strategy, but maybe that could be a play. Or it's just chop all day and we'll get it tomorrow, right? We'll get it tomorrow. Today's not the day. So Nvidia is the one for today. What's Andrew's trading? Let me see what he did.
He's trading Nvidia.
Oh man, I feel left out. All right, let's see. Oh, he's trading NVDL. Because I don't see his entries here. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Look at just the pops you're getting here. Okay, there's his trade. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. So NVDL, guys, another ticker that you can trade. Right over here. Look at this entry. Boom, 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 boom. I think so. This entry, I think here he called Powell and said, "Hey, what's going on?" Right. That's when he got on the phone. Peter, that's when Andrew got on the phone here.
Yeah, no, not me. See, I'm the opposite guy. You know me, Mr. Contrarian.
Oh, are you trying to short this thing?
Yeah, I'm short into this. So, and it's going nicely so far. My stops now break even. I just took a partial. Let's see what we get here. I'm hoping that we get another big pull down. I don't want to take too much risk on this.
But Paris, I love your Nvidia. Listen, these things get you in trouble, man. They're in Paris. Paris just get divorced. You can't be sending stuff like this in chat. You're gonna get the guy in trouble. This could bring back memories and mess him up. You don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wow, Andrew.
All right, nice. I'm out of Nvidia because it didn't drop. I was looking for a big drop right after the pop to 186. It's holding here a little bit. So,
but that was you got $1 drop on it almost, right? You didn't.
I did. No, okay. I got a partial.
Oh, you did partial. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
nice.
Just not taking a huge risk on it because.
Yeah. Eventually, the volume starts drying up towards the top, right? Buyers get exhausted, but this is a good pop, right? What is Atlas? Friends, Atlas is, if you look here, it is brought to you by tradingterminal.com. So you can go, I got a few of them open. Here's Nvidia. So Atlas is like, many people are familiar with Bookmap. So it's our version of Bookmap for tradingterminal.com. So you could take advantage of that. So look at here. Now you're getting a little more balanced out on the level 2. Right? You're getting a little more balanced out. So let's see how things develop here.
Oh, I tried the Nvidia another short a couple of times here, and just it's actually holding fairly well up here. So I'm staying out now. I just covered my commissions. Really didn't end up getting much out of that.
Yeah.
But let's see what it does.
Can you trade NVDL on Trading Terminal? I'm not sure if you could do leverage stuff. You probably can, but I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't see why not, though.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Here we go. Seeing the weakness on Nvidia.
Oh, there's that drop I was looking for.
Yeah, you're getting a nice drop now, for sure.
Oh well, I'm out of it, so not in it to take advantage of that, unfortunately. I think I got in a little early. I should have waited for the pop through 186. Instead, I got in a little early, and that didn't allow me to get the risk reward. What is NVO doing? NVO pretty flat volume here on NVO.
Yep. Look at Tesla broke down that support we were talking about here at 437.58. Looks like we're getting a little bit of some sell-off action. SPY's dropping lower, making a new low for the day. So you're seeing that there. Very nice. Wow, SPY's Yeah, taking a dive. All right, 534 likes. All right, we did
Oh,
pretty good.
oh,
Did
look at
pretty
that.
good.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I should have stayed in
You
it.
said
Oh well,
you're
Carlos.
gonna hold
I didn't know
Monopoly.
it. I didn't know it actually. I'm lying. It's easy in hindsight to say you knew it. The
Hey
reality is you
guys, how are
don't
you guys doing?
always know it.
Hey, Andrew, how are you, my
Hey,
friend? Let me
Andrew.
get you in chat. Andrew, turn off your mic and oh yeah, you did right. Yeah, I just see it. Yep, you're good. All right.
Oh, what a
Awesome.
great pullback on Nvidia now.
Great day. Where's Andrew? I just had him.
I'm here. I'm
I don't
here.
know.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Oh, I see you now.
I'm
Okay,
here.
gotcha.
Good day. Good day today. Good trades
Amazing
out
day,
there.
Mr. Peter. How are you doing?
Great. Great. Had
Peter,
some good
somebody
trades.
yesterday asked me if you want to if you want to have a wedding, who's going to be your best man? I was thinking about you. Would you be the best man, or you would be the person who
Uh,
actually do the ceremony?
uh, either one. I'd be honored to be included. Do we have like do we have a bride? Or
No,
you just
that
getting
was not
people
the.
in line. All right, well, okay, well, you let me know then. I'm ready anytime, my friend. You let me know.
Well, if you're really my best man, you got to find the bride for me. I know you have a daughter
I
that
got that's a whole different twist on a wedding. So you find the best man first, and then they find the bride. Okay.
I like
you know,
that.
Peter, you have a
Yeah, there
daughter
you go.
that's she's single.
I,
Yes.
I,
Okay,
we've had
guys,
this
let's get back into
conversation, Andrew.
character, guys. So it was an amazing trading day. Nvidia did
You got
all-time
Peter
high.
worried.
Nope.
Um,
You got Peter worried. He was
Nvidia did
thinking he
all-time
was
high.
going to have to give up his daughter.
That's all right. My daughters will make their own decisions.
No,
So
I wonder if you are the best man and you also the father of the bride, how that works. Then you have to
I,
walk your daughter and then come sit next to me, stand
I,
next to me. Like, how does that work?
I don't know. I guess if that ever happens, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
FCX
So,
worked out pretty well, eh? Nice bounce back on that.
guys, it was amazing trading day for me. I'm long NVDL for the break of all-time high for NVDA. We use Market Atlas for that. That was amazing. And no, same as Carlos, we did CRWV trade. This was also super nice. Overall, very profitable day. And I'm still long on NVDL. So let's see if NVIDIA can go actually above 93.50. Yeah, but my trade on CRWV was exactly like Carlos. I added a little bit higher than Carlos, and I got to stop that, but it was very profitable trade. So
And me,
totals.
I want to say you all copied me today. I was in first.
Oh yeah,
So
really? You traded that as well? Oh, that's awesome.
I
Yeah,
did.
Really,
that's perfect. So
Peter, you traded it off the VWAP.
Yep.
Nice,
So
beautiful fallen angel trade.
yeah, exactly what it was. Yeah. And I called it before, right? I gave everybody the setup, let them know what I was looking for, and it set up and worked very nicely.
yeah, and CRWV just broke the high of the day. So that's the plan that I was hoping to get, but I got to stop that. So 142.50.
Wow. Look at CRWV. Big volume here on this breakthrough. Brian,
Wow.
were you also part of history? Did you jump in on Nvidia on the all-time highs?
I did a quick options trade on the pop through 186 because I could tell it was just winding up to go there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I did
And
the
you,
I got the CRWV trade off same deal as everyone else. Got the pullback.
there you go. There you go. And Andrew can shake his head. I actually went short Nvidia. Where did I go short here? 186. 08.
Oh, you did?
That's what
Oh,
I
that's
do,
not good.
man. I'm not afraid to short all-time highs.
Oh, if you have a strategy,
Yeah,
that's
no, that's
nice.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that was a good I even thought about doing that because the orders started to thin out about above 186.
Yeah.
There's still a big order at 187 and 188, but they're not as big as these other two that we just pushed
Right.
through, 185 and 186. So
Yep. Never back up. Look at this. Nvidia.
Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm still long on Nvidia. Let's see, put some order at on Nvidia at
yeah,
93.
it still might hit 187.
Yeah. Limit order at 93.50, 93.55. I'm gonna sell 1,000 shares. Yeah, guys. So for trading terminal funded account, if you reset, your payout would be the next 90 days. So you can reset multiple times for now.
Hmm.
93.50. Come on, NVDA. So you can actually trade NVDL instead of NVDA. Is that that's the 2 times leverage of NVDA. Uh,
Yeah. Or you can just trade, you can trade options as well.
yeah.
I think I was trading the 185s.
All right. So NVIDIA is going to break the 186. So let's look at the atlas of NVIDIA. Yeah, 186.50 is big ask sitting up there. 187 is huge sitting up there. So we probably test 186.50 and 187. Oh, there you go. 186.50. Boom. Wow, nice. I got filled as well. Wow, did you see that? Boom, boom, beauty.
Nice, yeah.
So 500 shares at 94. What do you think? So, Sunil, I'm using mental stop loss orders. I don't really put the stop loss orders. Rarely I put the stop loss orders into the market. Use when green too. It's popped up. There was one pigeon.
Yeah, Spy's gone green, or trying to. PLTR is back at high a day. Or
There
Qs,
was
I
one
should say, are going
kamikaze
green.
pigeon. Yeah, NVIDIA is just keep ripping 187 market atlas looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 187 is a huge. Peter, are you short still NVDA, or you accepted the loss?
Oh no, I actually got it at break even earlier because it clearly was, going to go higher. So
It's just that's the kind of trade you do for a scalp on a stock that's really strong like that.
yeah.
Yeah. On this FCX trade, I mentioned it on the weekend on my swing trade video. I did take some profits there at 38. That was a target I had set for that that bounce.
187 on NVDL, which would be 94 on NVDL. Nice. 3-1. Look at that. Huge ask sitting at NVDA. I have an order on NVDL at 187. Nice. Wow, this market atlas is amazing. It shows the order map. Nice. 187. Choose one green. Spies is also going green. Bonds are also running up. 187. Beautiful. Let's see if NVIDIA can get to 187 again, guys. I have my orders at NVIDIA at 94. So see if you can get filled or not. If NVIDIA break 187, NVIDIA would be above 94.
It's trying.
It's trying.
The cues are
Boom. There you go. Filled. Beautiful.
there you go.
Nice. Wow, I can see the orders are really amazing, Dan. Beautiful.
It looks like Tesla's coming up here too, trying to did the usual Tesla thing, did a bit of a false breakdown, and then came right back up.
Wow. NVIDIA all-time high. He got it.
Peter, you can you can short Nvidia now.
I don't know. I said it quickly.
You give me a permission? I appreciate that.
This
It
188
does
level
look
looks
toppy. It looks
yeah,
toppy here, but
188
it,
looks a
it
little
could keep going. You never know. There we go. There we go. Come on. Well, I hate to tell you, Brian, but I was actually already short when you gave me permission, so
Okay.
just took
I kind of
just
figured
took
you
a
might be.
partial. Move my stop to break
Yeah, I
even
kind of
now.
figured. Yeah, I kind of figured that was your place.
I
That was
appreciate.
your happy place.
Yeah, I'm not going to take too much risk on it. So, for instance,
No.
my break even point was just hit, so I'm out again. But you can get great pullbacks, right? You can get sudden pullbacks, and it usually
Yeah.
gives you a little bit of time before it pops higher. So I'll just wait. Now it still looks strong though. My goodness.
Yeah. This is the kind of stock that just keeps they could just keep going. I mean, obviously it's in play today, as they say.
Yeah, why are you shorting it,
Yeah.
Brian, Peter? What's the strategy here?
I wait and see when the momentum, dies out, usually over the whole dollar numbers, and you can get great pullbacks. You can get like, dollar, $2 pullback sometimes. So, it's usually low risk fairly because if I get in at the right spot, I can usually get out of break even if it just doesn't work. So,
All right, so I'll put some order on Nvidia at 94.50. Let's see if we can get filled or not.
Qs are the Qs have gone green on the day.
I have partial, Luis. I have partial a lot on Nvidia. I'm mostly out of my position. I only
interesting boy.
have 600 shares. That's the only thing that I have left. Oh, why added? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this was not really a great trade that I'm done with my day. I really didn't want to be like I'm up $44,000, so I'm not really trying to be very aggressive. All right, so let's see, 94.50.
I'm just trying Peter's strategy here, using the 185 puts. It's definitely looking a little toppy here.
Oh, Jared, what do you think Nvidia is going to go today? 187.50?
Big order at 190.
All right, I see Thor is here. How are you, buddy?
Doing good, boss. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. Did you have a good trading today?
Yeah, I actually did. I lost my first trade, but I hit my second one, so always good to
Nice.
make money.
Appreciate that.
So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take it.
great. How do you
Yeah.
like the market atlas? Are you enjoying it?
Oh, I'm loving Market Atlas. I'm gonna actually be talking quite a bit about that, I think, today.
That's awesome. Thank you. And if you have any feedback, UI, UX, or new features, just keep adding, sending it to us, and we'll make sure that we implement all of it.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm in.
Awesome. All right, Peter, we saw your shorts. That was nice.
All right. Yeah, we're looking like we're at the top here, maybe. We'll see what happens.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hand it over
I'm in there.
to
Yeah.
hand it over to Thor. and in the chat room, Gary and Paris. And thanks, guys. All the best.
I'm in there with you, Peter. See where this can go.
All right. We'll see. It's toppy. There's a lot of support for Nvidia up here, so you got to be careful on this one.
Is.
But
yeah.
I'm getting my screen share up as we speak.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Getting to $2 on these puts.
there you go. Good. Careful. Like, this can always snap back though on you. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to grab some breakfast here, guys. We'll have a good rest of your day.
you too, Brian. Later, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Look at Tesla go. Wow. Tesla's
All
popping.
right. There we go. So I must still have BBT in the background. That's what I'm hearing. There it is. There we go. Okay. I could not concentrate because I had audio in the background and I did not realize I just had BBT minimized. So, hey, what is up, everybody out there in YouTube? Good to see everybody. Hope everybody is having a great trading day and has been enjoying yourself. I had a really decent day. I want to talk a little bit about like a bit of a performance issue I had at the beginning of the day. We hate to talk about our performance issues. And then I want to talk, a little bit about recovering from that, basically. And then we'll have some fun talking about some other things. A couple of announcements before we get into it. Make sure you have on your calendars that we're gonna have. Oh, I just forgot the date, so I can't put the calendar on it if I don't remember the date. We're gonna have exactly Belmu. We're gonna have Stephen Goldstein on here in a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna tweet out. Actually, I'll do that here shortly. Actually, I'll post this out. Let's go ahead and do it right now. Actually, shall we? I feel like this is as good as time as any. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. So next. So mark your calendar, October 7th at 11 a.m. And we're going to do the alpha mind. We'll do a purple. Aloha mind. That's funny. The alpha mind. Like that. So everyone know who the alpha mind is? Anyone not listen to his podcast? If not, I highly recommend it. So Stephen Goldstein is his name. So I'm going to post this here in a few minutes. So he's going to be on our show. So October 7th at 11 a.m. So make sure you come on by and do that. So I'm looking at, real quick before I get into my stuff, I wanted to show you guys, I'm trying a short here on Oracle. I'm kind of goofing around a little bit with just trying to learn Atlas. And I wanted to show you all a little bit of Atlas and maybe how to use it a little bit and how I'm using it and configuring it. I thought we could talk about this. So ask and you shall receive, buddy. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So Humorous, make sure and then I'm coming for you. So Humorous, make sure when you have your cam, make sure that if you've updated the cams, make sure you delete the old alert and build the new alert. What often happens is what often happens in these is you still have the old alert, and the old alert is built with the old script. So make sure you build the new alert and see if that doesn't fix it. So, all right, so Oracle, let's go ahead, and actually, I'm not going to go short on this. I was really about to go short. Man, I really like, I'm having a lot. All right, so here's my thoughts on this and what I'm reading. So I got it. So what you can see here is, look to the top side here. We have a really large order. So now when we're reading the order book, what the order book does is it allows us to see basically within, I only really look about 60 to maybe 100 tiers in either direction. So you really don't need to look really far. So that was one of the things we talked about in when we had our meeting about Atlas, is that nice, humorous. So one of the things we were looking for in Atlas is like, what did we really need, right? Because the idea is for us to to whittle this down to just the stuff you really need to be able to see, a real visual order book. And for me, I have to admit, I think Atlas is clean. I wouldn't mind the bubbles. I got to work on getting the bubble size a little bit different. I don't know how to do that yet. I think it scales, and because I have this squished into a small screen, I think that's why it's making them small. So one of my first feature requests are the ability to use a slider to aggregate the bubbles. So basically they will go out over like, once, 50 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds, blah, 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 right? This is Atlas, VV. It's the trading terminal. So for anyone who is a trading terminal member, right, tradingterminal.com, if you go over here, hold on, let me make this a little bigger. If you go over here and down to the bottom, you will see right here, Atlas, new beta. Bum, bum, bum. So this is our bookmap. So bookmap is overpriced with really just too many features that really aren't necessary. And you're paying for the bloat. You're paying an absolute fortune for all of these, weird, like, indicators that you're just never going to use. So this has been a love child of mine and Andrew's for a very long time. Obviously, I had nothing to do with its development. I just put my input into the process and what I'd like to see. Andrew and his team amazingly developed this and put it in. So look real quick. So look what happened right now. Oracle, look. So the reason why I like the idea of being short on this one is, look at how we have a large order that's been presented right down here at 278.80. We have a large order here at 945 lot up here, but we don't have a lot of orders above it. So, but to the downside, we have this 1,000 lot. So I really think right now our order book looks a little bit heavier to the downside. So I'm working on trying to get used to and comfortable with reading this and messing around with the sensitivity settings to try and find a setting that really works nicely. I really like just 1.1 has been my favorite. So you can see if we go long, we're going to go for 281, right? That would be here. If we're going to go short, the first short target's 278.80, right? And right now we're ranging between this order and this order. Notice where we stopped. Look where we stopped, 280.76. Right, so we went right to here, and see how there's a void of orders between 80. That's the reason we stopped. We didn't have order structure up there. I'm not sure about the futures, GP. I'm hoping very soon. For now, my cursor's purple. Let me see if I can, hold on. Hey, tell me, everyone, I've been meaning to do this. What do you think about this color, like this neon green? Is that easy to see? I'm trying to find a color that's like you can really see on YouTube and follow. Yeah, this does seem very balanced. You're right, G-Man. I agree with that, which explains why it hasn't gone anywhere. You don't see any? Hold on. How about orange? Ooh, PLTR. So you can't see my cursor at all. Or is it just really small? Oh, not at all. Bushan, can you see it? Or is it just really small? I wonder why we can't see that. Oh, look, I can draw on here using this. I didn't know that. Neat.
Yeah, Thor, right in the Zoom meeting, you can actually draw on there and you can set it so it'll fade after a few seconds if you want. So you never have to erase things if you want to do that.
Neat. That is so cool. I could text it. I just learned something, everybody. Sorry, ADHD just hold on 1 second. That's loud. Isn't that nice, right? Just have the slider open. We can just sit there and do our thing. No, I mean, I don't want to use an app. You know what I mean? Because it's so I want to watch, let's watch PLTR. It should just work. It doesn't really make sense. All right, so PLTR has a really big order above the top of us, but we're selling in front of it. But we've been buying a lot. Right now, the VPA still reads along. So I'd like to buy. Right now, we're in a higher range and a narrow range. So I'd like to play outside. This could be a play. We could actually try this one for the fun of it. If it sets up. So what we needed to do is we needed to come back and offer R4 so that we can actually trigger this play. So right now, our order book to me looks bullish as well, right? We have a really large institutional set up at 182 and 183. Man, maybe if I go to 2 levels. One's going to be too sparse. Yeah, I don't like 1. I'm still goofing around with how I like this thing to read it. Because if I aggregate over 2 levels, then I don't get to see as far. 5 levels, I feel like I really get a good sense of the book at 5. This makes me like scared. Maybe this is too much. No, I like that. Maybe this is too close. I like that. Maybe 500. I could do that at 1,000. I just don't know if that'll be sensitive enough. No futures on Atlas yet. It's coming. We're still working on getting the data feeds in. Right now, we're just they wanted to get equities up and running because BBT is more of an equities house, even though I'm a futures trader. Those are the plays, Willie Mac. So HB is higher range trending breakout. HF is the higher range R6 reversal. So here comes PLTR. Let's see what I want to watch PLTR for a minute longer. I want to see what it does because I like that we're bullish right now. I want to see if we get an offer to R4. It could be a fun opportunity. I have a play called, but I don't have a play highlighted, which is interesting. Maybe I need to rebuild my scanner. AMD, give me 1 second. I'm watching PLTR. I might try and take a trade on it. So I have my winner today on NQ, and I did pretty well on it. So I am entertaining the idea of getting another trade, but if I go off onto another ticker, I'll miss it. So just give me a couple of minutes here and we'll see if we can have some fun taking a trade together. I did look into getting like a house account and seeing if we could have some fun like planning trades together. We could do it in Sim, but I couldn't do it with one that has money, and I don't know how comfortable I feel like playing a Sim account live with everybody. The NQ trade, I bought S3 on the wider range. I actually took a stop at first. So I lost my first trade and then won my second one. Yeah, PLTR for a long. So right now our volume is to the buy side entirely. Like it does not look like we're selling. All of our volume is on green candles, right? If you're looking at the ghost, all the darkened candles are all green. So it actually looks quite strong right now. The order book itself is showing large orders to the top side with smaller orders and not as plentiful orders well laddered to the downside. So I really feel like this to me looks like has the better potential. But I'm not in the right spot for a long. I'm too far away from R4. So what I'm looking for now is this is kind of what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking for a sweep down into R4 to find an order here and then offer and then buy, right? And I'd be looking to engage somewhere like around 180, 150 with a stop as low as 181. And my target would be, $4 the other direction. So it'd be a move to, somewhere up here, like 184. So which is why I needed to exactly, which is why I needed to dip, Ollie. So a lot of the people, this is why your breakouts don't work and you have trouble getting a good target. It's because you buy here, and the distance between here and here, although it seems like it's very similar, the distance from here to here is a lot further. It's almost a quarter of the size bigger. Right. So when you do this, so when you're doing 3-to-1s or 4-to-1s, just by letting it get a little further away from ATR high, you can really help yourself out, because what'll happen is you'll go long, it'll break, slam right into ATR high, and then come against you, and you'll be like, oh, what the heck? Oh, that's right. I gotta start getting used to annotating with this. Hold on. Like I should be doing it right here. Like. That's awesome. So you can see here. So like the idea being is I want PLTR to come down somewhere into here. And I'd be looking to pick it up somewhere in this range. So for now, let's just have some fun with that. And let me see, get a little practice with this guy. Can I do shapes? I don't like that. Oh, I can't do shapes though. Oh, well. All right, here we come. All right, so there's the level. So we'd be looking for a long anywhere somewhere around in here. If it sets up nicely, or if you like it, stop would be below these wicks right here. If it goes underneath these guys right here, then you'd be wrong, right? So depending on how you want to enter, maybe you want to wait for a new like 1 minute high, you know, look for like an isolated pivot to set up. Right now, our rolling indicator, we really started selling a lot right there. So it doesn't look as viable for a long now. That's too much selling. And now we're under the level. So now we just lost this play. Look, see it dropped. So now we don't have that play anymore. It's gone. So we can't take it. Sad. So I was hoping for a new high. I was hoping for this candle to close and then make a new 1 minute high. So, but it didn't. It came back and just yoinked right through. So you can see here, this is why using this indicator is so much fun, because it actually kills the play. Like it's no longer a candidate because you're in the wrong position. Right? SMCI. I don't think I have that on my watch list. Maybe I should add it. Do you find you play SMCI quite a bit? Because I don't mind having some extra tickers on watch because I come by YouTube every day to hang out with you. The indicator is my indicator. This is called the Camarilla pivot plays. Yeah, we're almost all the way back to S3 again on NQ. NQ is easy. It's just S3 buy. Higher, wider range. Let's see. Which are you indicating? Let's see, it was SMCI you were asking about. Oh, nice. Nope. No, I didn't take any trade on PLTR. It looked nice, but it ripped through the level. It never gave me my setup. This is pretty. Look at this really beautiful reoffer. I don't like it as much because it overshot and it's in a narrow range. So, but I like that it overshot R6 a little bit, but I like that it found it right off of ATR high. That's pretty nice. There's no replay as far as I'm aware on Atlas. But I would not be surprised to see things like that come in time. Yeah, we gotta do 1,000. Would I have taken which trade? If you want the ATR high, I have an indicator for this for you. So all of the indicators that I'm using are my indicators other than this watermark. Right, so adaptive ATR, really key levels, buying, this is my new detector, or my new indicator that's in development right now, the BS detector, the pivot plays. So adaptive ATR limits are what gives you the ATR low and the ATR high. Also my ghost candles for volume. This is what gives you the shaded volume. It's good stuff. So Vinay, any reason I like to trade futures over stocks? There's a lot of reasons I like to trade futures over stocks. Number one reason, and probably the main reason, is imagine, let me ask you, everyone, kind of a little question for everyone out there in the chat. If you were going to play a game of baseball, would you rather play a game of baseball with, you know, a team full of people who know how to play baseball? Or would you rather play baseball with a team full of people who don't know how to play baseball? Right? Probably the team that knows how to play baseball. Right? So generically, when you're trading futures, you're mostly trading with institutional and or otherwise in the know traders. Very few new traders come onto Robinhood and start trading futures, right? Those people are more likely to come into equities and significantly more likely to come into options, right? Because the leverage requirements in options are incredibly small. So a lot of people with small accounts like to blow up their accounts using options. So for me, first off, I find that they trade significantly easier for me as far as following the rule set. Number two is that I think that the leverage is very, very awesome. Right. So you can take one full-size contract of NQ, risk maybe $200 or $300 on your trade, make a couple grand on the trade, right? No, NQ is alerting again. Make a couple of grand on the trade, right? And then your comms are like $6 or $7, right? See if NQ sets up. Let's go watch NQ. Speaking of, we'll have to watch QQQ's book, I guess. So I disagree with that, Nicholas, on the switching direction for no reason. There's almost always a reason for me when they switch directions. But I use a very specific strategy that is a range-based strategy. They just turn around at the edges. Might be a good spot to do that right here. You never know. We bounced right ahead of 24,750. We sold very heavily, though. So you can see here, we've sold heavily. Look at our rolling indicator right now. We're very, very red. We also have a very large order underneath us on Qs. And we've lightened our order to the top side. So right now, we're actually looking fairly weak. But it's a good spot for us to you know, the question will be, was there enough volume here for us are we ready to sell down and rip through pre-market low? Or are we going to bounce off of this? Now, this is a higher, wider range. So whenever we're playing wide ranges, the thought on a wide range is inside, right? So what do I mean by that? We're talking narrow ranges versus wide ranges is generically the consideration between inside and outside. So when I'm talking about inside versus outside, I'm talking about this way, right? Whenever you're taking a trade, you want to take that trade back towards the middle, because we are going to move to the outside, but the movement to the outside is generically going to be very choppy and movement, and then we're going to yoink back into the middle. So, and generically, this is what happens on days like this. Its movements are just going to be like this today. So you'll consider it to be very choppy and very difficult to trade. But for range traders like me, days like this are, you know, these are no-brainer days, because you just sit here and basically wait for it to get down to the low. Anytime it gets to the low, you know, on your S3, you can just hit it, run your stop below the low, and you're basically done. So moment of truth here. This response here will be very important. So you notice we sold and then we bought and then we actually bought through premium there, but we couldn't close it. But that was a fairly decent buy right there. So let's see what happens as a response. Do we start buying more? So I go for 4-to-1 targets on my trades, TN. Right, so I'm not as worried. I'm not as worried about like that as far as like when my target is when I'm moving to whatever. I go for a static amount of money per trade that I'm trying to capture. Every now and so premium. Let me talk about that. So because it's not what's premium to me, it's just what is premium, right? So all of the indicators right now are yes. Sweet. Boom. That's nice. All right. I just hold on. Let me show you guys. So I have my iPad sitting here over on the side, and I can send orders on my iPad while we're talking. So let me log into my account on here so I can show you. What I just did. There we go. So we were selling down and we got the alert, right? But so I let it wick all the way down into the bottom of the box at pre-market low, and when it came off it, I went long in the wick right here and threw my stop below. So it's a 4-to-1 target, and boom, 4-to-1 hit. Right? So that's a $250 risk. So that's 1K right there. Right? So just a nice, easy scalp right off the level. Now, if I felt better about today with different news and we were really on it, then I would, if I'd have hit a better trade earlier today and I wasn't just at 3R, I might have swung this one for the full run for R3. It'll probably go. I mean, it's statistically good, but I'm not really greedy when it comes to my trading. I mean, I've already made, I had one winner and one loser, so I was at 750. So I'm at 1750 now for the day. And I've mirrored that across 5 accounts. No, sorry, 6 accounts, right? So it's an incredible day, right? So I'm really just looking to make it off of the leverage there, right? So let's talk about premium, right? Let's talk about premium and discount a little bit. Look at that, man. That worked so well. That freaking. Hopefully some of you got along there off of that call. Let's see here. Yeah, humorous. It's not a bad day. Yes. I am trading with IBKR is one of my accounts is through IBKR, and then I have 2 accounts that are through Take Profit, and then I have 3 accounts. No, yes, 3 accounts through Trade Event. So let's talk about premium and discount. This is really, really important. Okay. Once you get to understand this, I really think this helps anybody really read the market a lot better. So when we have our opening price, well, actually, let's just draw it. We'll just start right off the beginning of the day. Yeah, I copy trade them all off the same thing. I use an application called Replicanto. So I also have the Ninja platform running right now, but only its control panel so that I can link Replicanto to it. And then so all of my accounts are into Replicanto. So when I hit a button on my TV, it executes into all of my other accounts at the same time. So so you can see here, let's start right at the beginning here. So the opening price, when did I get so short? I know, higher camera angle, right? So you can see here, here's the opening price, right? So the opening price, every single candle gives you a delineation of premium, which is the top, discount, which is the bottom, and yes, 1 minute, and value is the middle, right? So when you open, your opening candle, right, is your first assertion on the opening market of these three principles. Every candle that happens afterwards is a new offering, which establishes a new premium, a new discount, and a new value within each time frame you're looking at. Now, I like trading the 1 minute, so I'm reading this on a 1 minute, right? So in this 1 minute, so now that you've read where premium, value, and discount is, what happens on the second candle? We sold on the second candle, right? And we sold through discount. So what was the response, right? What is the response to selling discount? More selling. And we closed at discount, right? So these three candles combined are very weak. Would you not agree? So now, when we opened this candle immediately sold discount and closed low, so now we have premium, value, and discount, and your discount level is now here. This at the level is going to be really what you're going to get focused on, right? You can mark these, right? So we're at the level, we've got this big close here, right, with high volume. Hold on, let me pull this guy up. Right here, pow. Right, so now what happens here on this candle? We again sell discount and close low, right? So what you're seeing here so far is weak. So if you're thinking about going long, we can't go long yet because we haven't seen strength. So knowing what I'm talking about now, everybody, what would be an indication of strength? It would be the ability to do what? If you were looking for an indication of strength, what would you be looking for using these concepts? Yes, Nicholas, 100%. Buying premium. You want to see an indication that the market is actually willing to buy premium, right? So here is the first instance in which that occurs. Right there. Do you see it now? HA is S3 reversal, yes. Right? This is the first instance in which we have bought premium. Look, we kind of bought premium here, right? But we couldn't close above it. Right? We tried to buy it and then got forced back down and closed at value. We then responded to that with selling at discount. Here we tried to offer premium, but no one was willing to buy it. So we offered discount and no one was willing to buy it. That is indecision, right? That is indecision. Pow, pow. Now here we tried to sell discount and we got a response of buying and someone bought premium, right? So finally we managed to have strength that closed high and then we bought that high. That's an isolated pivot right there. That's generically the entry I'm looking for if I'm going very quickly. Yep, on this time frame, naturally. Right? So now it gets wider, right? So now that we have here, what is the generalized concern as we start to buy premium here? Well, we're getting good candle movement, but I feel like the volume is actually quite low considering what we're doing. right? So we didn't really have a really strong buy response or a strong ignition. We managed to buy premium, but sure enough, we started coming back down and we were offering, and then here is our volume signal. Big sell with a big buy response, right? Bam, bam. There's our volume, right? So that pivot there's stronger, right? And you can see, look how we've just been holding around the level this whole time. I mean, pretty wild. So today is a HA day, right? Wide pivot. So I expect us to oscillate all over S3, right? That's what we do. I'm sorry you can't see my cursor. I wish there was something I could do to fix that. I'll have to work on something because my cursor is very large on the screen, but apparently it just doesn't show that when it comes through this, and I don't know why. I wonder if I do like a highlight at cursor. Can you see the little circle that it's projecting now? Nice. At least that works. But you can see my circle. Hey, well, that can work. We can make that work. So now let's do a little VPA. Now let's say we wanted to long this time. Should we? Right? So for me, when I'm looking at the VPA, anytime I see a big candle right now, it's red. Right? So this is why we're reading a sell right now. And our order book structure on Atlas, dun dun dun. Atlas needs a theme song. Hold on. We need a theme song for Atlas. My ADHD is super strong right now. Suggestions for a theme song for Atlas. Oh, look at this. So we're finding some support right off of the level. So look at the indecision here. We tried to sell, but we couldn't. So let's see if they buy premium. They closed high. Why is someone calling me? Are you serious? Yes. Someone just called me through Telegram. I have no idea who it is. I'm so over that. It just happens all the time. Like I'm starting to like get completely over Telegram. Like I hate this application. Like, because just random people now are getting my number through like Telegram and like spamming me and stuff. It's so stupid. So right now, let's keep talking about it, Mad Props. Right now, we're offering discount. Right? This is where we bought. This is the low. Right? So we're offering a discount to buyers right now. But there's no buying. Right? So if we sell through discount, we're going to go offer lower, right? So, but if sellers start selling, we'll sell through the bids, right? We'll distribute. So right now we are offering discount. We're on the low end of these candles, right? So what we want to do is, if we want it a long, we need to buy premium, but it needs to be low, right? To get a good RVR. So what you're waiting for is if you wanted to long, you'd be waiting for one of these candles to close really tight and then make a new high and then try and hit it with your stop like right here. Because it's in Q, right? If you threw your stop down here, you'd have to risk like $1,000. right? So, but the problem is we're selling too much and our order book is too heavy. I don't like how heavy this order book is. Now, we do have a lot of orders up here and they are fairly well laddered, so maybe it can happen. But I'd like to see more buying. Ooh, look at that. There's our first premium. There's a good premium offer. So let's see what happens. Can they actually close premium now? That's pretty good. Look at that. See, look how they bought and held quite. All right, so let's see if they can sustain this buy and close. See, notice how how we're staying relatively low. Oh, there we go. There we go. See, that was pretty. Higher, wider. This is where this should happen. So now you have a legitimate spot, right? You don't want to go under. If it made a new low below this level right here, 24,760, you'd know you want to be out. So you could be long anywhere in here right now pretty comfortably, right? With your stop below that low and then just swing for the range run, right? Go for like 24,900. The problem for me still and why I'm not going to take it again is there's too much selling. I still feel like the order book is too heavy. I don't like this big order on Qs to the downside. And so I think we made the most, I mean, we didn't make the run, but I don't know. I don't know. It fits. I just don't, yeah. I mean, it looks like it's holding. Man, I am so sore from moving. Ugh. Look at that. So they tried to sell and they couldn't really sell very effectively. This candle will be a very big candle. So they're going to offer down. If the volume stays light on this candle, this would be a candle that might be worth like, hey, right, Mark? This would be, you know, we could entertain this one. But I still don't like how heavy the order book is. It still looks weak. Our session is still too red. And our order book is still too heavy for a long. See what I mean? This is where you know, it can be really helpful to use an order book. If we go long, our target would be somewhere right up here. But this order here is very large. No CVD on Atlas yet. Atlas is in its infancy. We keep finding a buyer here. Someone's front running this order a bit. I really think, not for nothing, I think I think this visual L2 on the side here is just super clean. Look at that right off the level. That's beautiful. All right, so they've been working pretty hard now, and as you can see, I was just gonna say I would expect a pop. So because we've been trying to sell pretty aggressively there, and we have not managed to do it. Let's go. Well, let's see if we get this one. So I went ahead and I got into this one because it wouldn't sell. So let's come back over. How long do we have? We still have 10 minutes. I'm going to stop out of this one if it comes back down because I'm very positive on my day. But so we came down, look, and as we offered here, look how we came down. We had indecision. We couldn't sell. We tried to buy. We sold again, but we couldn't sold discount. We then bought premium. We then offered discount and could not sell discount. So as we sold down, I bought that through my stop below the low of this candle. Right now that we're moving, I'm going to go ahead and pull in. And if it sells and comes all the way back down, I'll just get out of this one because I'm taking a couple of good stabs on this one, but that's fun. It should not come all the way back down to here at this point. If this works, this should just go. Right. So now we have a fair value situation here, right? We've gapped. So this midline right here, we're going to go ahead and mark this midline for those of you who use FVG concepts. This would be called the consequence encroachment. We really should not go down really any lower than about that. See the tops of these candles here? It really shouldn't go any lower than that. So I'm using Qs right now instead of NQ because we don't have futures. But you can see too, like we did tier some orders in here at the top. Pretty solid read there. I trade the cams anytime I have an alert. I'll trade them at 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's see what we can make on this one. So this one, I'm going to play a little bit different. Okay, since I'm already up on the day, like quite well, actually, since I hit one winner, one loser, and then 2 winners, right? So I'm up pretty well on the day. So I'm really not concerned with losing this trade or not. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this one on and go for PDC. Right, so which would be a more like around it'd be like more like 5 or 6R. If this comes all the way back down, I'll just stop out for a very small win, and then I'll just be done because I'm not going to take more than like 3 or 4 trades in a day. When you end up having to do that, that just means the market's being like a pain in the butt, and it's just not worth trading when that happens. So if this reoffers all the way back down and stops me out, which would be rude, you know, do we need remote mode subscription for Replicanto for? I don't think so. I just bought my version, Matthew. I just paid like it was like $400 or $500, and I just bought the lifetime thing on it. So this is going to be a really big moment for this position here, right? So I'm in here. I'm up some good money on it right now. So we did buy quite well. We then offered discount, and we could not close below discount. So that's good, right? But if we sell through discount again and then sell through this wick, we probably reoffer much lower, right? So, and our order book is still a bit heavy, right? And they're bringing in an order now at 597, like 10. So, but this feels pretty good right now. Like the VPA is nice. Look, our rolling has gone green now. Remember where it was red before? Now we've gone green. So we are buying. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, JC, good. Hey, JC, thank you for the shout out on that. Everyone, did you see that green line I drew before? The consequence encroachment line I was talking about? Look what happened. Look at the wick. Y'all know I drew that before that happened, right? You were all there. So this is the ICT concepts, right? If you're ever looking for more information on it, Google ICT concepts. It's a whole thing. And look at how a lot of the algorithms use these fair value concepts, right? But look at how well that bounced there. Right? Just in case you don't believe that this is an algorithmic market, right? That the algos are responding. Like a human being isn't capable of doing that. That's got to be an algorithm. So a little market magic for you, a little market magic from your favorite market alchemist. Look at that. Look at this declining volume here on the pullback. This is feeling very continuation for me. Let's see if this, I just picked it out of my brain. I literally made it up, Vinay. Now, so what happened is this candle right here, this ignition candle, right? This creates what's called a fair value gap, right? And if you Google ICT concepts, right? This is how do I say this correctly? This is an inefficient delivery of price. Is that the right word? It's an inefficient delivery of price. We had very far distance, very fast price movement without a lot of volume, right? There should have been a lot more volume on that candle. It was a lot, but it was a big move, right? So what I did is I went out, and what happens is the algorithm is going to offer what's called a fair value, right? Well, what's value? There's the top, premium. There's the bottom, discount. Halfway up is the middle. Doink. Black magic, right? So, but this is, once you start to understand how the algorithms work, like we should not go through this line. So we're going to go and offer this. If this goes through, we'll go hit the bid on this, and that's it. That's done deal. It should not go through the CE. An algorithm should be willing to buy basically anytime we hit the CE on this fair value, right? So look, they came back into it, put a little pressure onto it, and then bought. Yoink. But this can't close low. That's pretty low on the close. That's a little scary. But so one of the things that I want to try and do as we kind of start to think about wrapping up today's session, one of the reasons why I have Dr. V in here on Wednesdays, one of the reasons I'm bringing Nathan in here on Mondays, and I try and do technical stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then, and then I'm trying to get like, Stephen Goldstein on and all of these people, is because this is market alchemy. You know what I mean? I want you to understand like how the market works, not how to buy a new high or buy a new low. Any YouTube video can teach you that crap, right? I want to teach you how to actually understand the ways of the market, right? Look at that. Bam. Look at that volume going, right? So anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the time. I hope you all had an awesome session and really like that. Look at that. We got ourselves a nice little buy started there. Good stuff, man. Look at that, all the way back to the open price. So now we're going to swing. Consequence encroachment is the CE, Pra. So look at that right there. So we're going to go ahead and let this one go. Let's see if we can go kiss the king at PDC on this one. Boom. So don't forget to make sure you're coming by. Make sure you come by tomorrow. Remember, Dr. V tomorrow, 11 to 12. Because we're going to talk a lot about what really makes, once you understand the alchemy behind the market, then you have to still become your own personal legend, right? You still have to be able to perform and actually do those things. And that's why we bring in Dr. V, right? I'll get you through all the technicals. I'll teach you how this stuff works. And then I got Dr. V in here to make sure you hit the button at the right times, right? Am I right? Sweet. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you all having a great rest of your day, a great trading. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow. Much love, everybody. Talk to you soon.